I hope I turned on the sound early enough for that to be the literal first thing people hear on stream. Oh, that would be nice.
That would be an excellent cold opener.
Opener?
I hardly know, sir.
We're back. Terrace and I are back, and we got emotional support for Terrace. Be free to introduce yourself, or just don't.
Or just sit there menacingly staring at everyone for the entire stream without saying a word.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm Krotan, I guess. I'm here now. I'm trying to.
Are you secretly
understand
Spanish?
The Bible. What?
Are you secretly Spanish?
Not that I know of.
Damn, he's good.
Yeah.
It's fine. You're not going to understand anything. We gave it an actual serious try to begin with, and then, well, now it's just more of a really scuffed drinking game.
Yeah. Okay. I figured as much. Like, I haven't watched the last couple episodes, I guess, and
It's not a couples episode. Terrace and I aren't together. Terrace is together. No, wait. Egg friend-zoned him. Never mind.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, get your lore straight.
Well, I mean, your lore surely isn't straight.
Oh, we're off to a fucking swimming start.
Well, I'm good to go if you don't have any further.
Probably Cap is in the stream, the comments. I already miss his massive fucking forehead.
Yeah, but he lost yesterday, so we don't.
No, that's not a massive forehead. That guy's forehead starts here and ends back here.
It's like
thank you.
If Terrace talks about a massive forehead,
and then his hairline begins.
If Terrace talks about a massive forehead and he's not talking about me, that should tell you something. Like, here, hold on. I let's figure this out. About here to here, so that's like about 10 centimeters of forehead.
Oh.
Wait.
I got about 6.
I would have guessed 7. Okay, nice. Well, I also measured on like the not on the center, but more like on the left or right outer, because it's less there for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, that's about hold on. It's like it's 5.5 in the long.
Huh? Wait, that doesn't. Wait, you cheated.
Yeah, like right there. No, it's 5.5 there. It's like that's where like that starts. Hold on. Now it's 7. I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, it's 6, 7-ish.
But as I said, my
you
guess
fucking massive
7,
forehead is
so yeah, and I have 10. And actually, how much do I have in the middle? I guess now for completion's sake, like it's about here. That's 9. So I have 9 to 10 centimeters of forehead.
Yeah, okay. I'm at 9.
Oh, okay. Since you all have some kind of measuring tool, anyways, how much foreskin do you have? No stretching allowed.
Oh, that's what you told me. Yeah.
Damn it.
About 2 centimeters. Oh, I got a lot of spare sleeve.
Crunchy's neck.
Well, apparently it's chewy.
Stretchy's neck.
Elastic.
Okay, well, I think we got rid of everybody that we don't want in here, so we can actually... I had a transplant when I was young. Wait, a foreskin or a forehead transplant?
You might want to clarify.
I moved my foreskin to my... Oh, okay.
Did I just drag it out?
I'm just gonna say
they transplanted someone else's forehead on like the top of his head. So
I'm just gonna have to say, I remember that we didn't really make much progress toward the end, but at the very end, I think I read Deuteronomy 19, and I don't really remember much. So basically, we'll just have to re-figure it out as we go.
Understandable.
Deuteronomy 20.
Da, 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 da.
If you go out to battle against your enemies, and you see horsemen and chariots, and that the multitude of your adversary's army is greater than your own, you shall not fear them. For the Lord your God is, who led you away from the land of Egypt, is with you. Who led you away from the land of Egypt?
Oh yeah, yeah. What a fucking plum.
oh, okay.
Skyde is bragging about his accomplishments, is one of the things.
Oh, he does it all. He brags all the time. It's great.
Yeah, he's a pretty humble dude.
What you drinking there, Kate?
Fucking cable. Tysky. It's a Polish beer.
Yeah, nice.
Terrace takes personal offense to that. Terrace
I
will
do,
remember
yeah.
that.
Terrence just like that.
Why would you take offense on that?
Terrace is Polish, and most of the Polish people that he knows he hates with a passion.
Just to clarify, I'm the least Polish person you'd ever meet.
Yeah, okay.
I can barely speak the language, but I know enough to hate them.
Okay.
Then, as the battle now draws near, the priest shall stand before the front ranks, and he shall speak to the people in this manner. Listen, O Israel, today you engage in a battle against your enemies. Do not let your heart be overwhelmed with fear. Do not be apprehensive. Do not yield. You should have no dread of them.
Do not collect $200 when you pass through.
For the Lord your God is in your midst, and he will contend against your enemies on your behalf, so that he may rescue you from peril. Likewise, the officers shall proclaim throughout every company in the hearing of the soldiers, what man is there who has built a new house and has not dedicated it?
Sorry, I dropped my snack.
Let him
on the
go
floor.
and return to his house, lest perhaps he may die in the battle and another man may dedicate it. Okay, wait, we're gonna have to...
They dated.
Wait,
Meditated
you know what,
wham?
where does the quote end?
Good question.
That's quite a while. It's down here. Okay. Let him go and return to his house, lest perhaps he may die in the battle and another man may dedicate it. What man is there who has planted a vineyard and has not yet caused it to be common, so that all may eat from it? Let him go and return to his house, lest perhaps he may die in the battle and another man may carry out his office. What man is there who has betrothed a wife and has not taken her? Let him go and return to his house, lest perhaps he may die in battle and another man may take her. Okay, so basically, they have the equivalent of Wehrpflicht. Like you gotta if there's war. I mean, it doesn't specify whoever the soldier is, but I would just assume probably every male that is in proper physical shape. So not the children, but also not the elder. Unless you have not dedicated your house, whatever the fuck that means, or you have a vineyard and have not had any fruit from it, or you didn't do your wife. I think those are the three. So basically, you just get
your wife.
You get a wife, and if you do no fab, then you get to avoid war.
So if you don't do the thing with your wife, you don't have to go to war.
Yeah, because then you have not betrothed. Then you have not taken her. Thus, you don't have to go to war. So, yeah, don't have a flow of seed, because that's evil anyways. In most cases.
Yeah. Okay.
Only until the afternoon.
I like that idea.
Me is the soldier, true. After these things have been declared, they shall add the remainder and shall say to the people, what man is there who is overwhelmed by fear and is faint-hearted? Let him go and return to his house, lest he cause the hearts of his brothers to fear, and just as he himself has been thoroughly stricken with fear. Oh, so if you're scared, you can also just leave because you'll ruin the morale of other people.
Big. that'd be my job.
I was just about to say, like, all the previous ones, they actually require work. You can just be like, oh no, I'm scared. And then you don't have to go.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab some tonic.
So I'm gonna say the Bible is probably not gonna go on much longer, at least with this folk, because they're all just gonna pussy out of war, probably. So, I mean, maybe they're just that virtuous that they really want to do it and brave, but they definitely have an easy way out. And when the officers of the army have become silent and have completed their speech, each one shall prepare his unit to wage war. When, at any time, you approach a city to fight against, you shall first offer peace to it. If they receive it and open the gates to you, then all the people who are in it shall be saved, and they shall serve you by paying tribute. But if they are not willing to enter into an agreement, and they begin to act against you in warfare, then you shall besiege it. And when the Lartios Gaitis will have delivered it into your hands, you shall strike down anyone who is in it, of the male gender, with the edge of the sword, but not the women and young children, nor the cattle, and the other things that are within the city. Also, once again, women get special treatment. And you shall divide all the plunder to the soldiers, and you shall eat the spoils from your enemies, which the Lartios Gaitis will give to you. So shall you do to all the cities which are at a great distance from you, those which are not among the cities that you shall receive as a possession. Wait, so basically you get a few cities for free, and then you just walk up to other cities, try to make peace, and if they don't want to, you'll just fight them. And then once you win, you kill all the men, but nobody else. No children, no women, no cattle, no other things. And then you keep repeating that for all the distant cities, because I assume the cities in your proximity you already were given implicitly. I know, that makes some sense. Within Bible logic, of course. But among those cities which shall be given to you, you shall not permit anyone at all to live. Okay, never mind. Instead, you shall put them to death with one F with the edge of the sword. What? What did we do there? Darius?
One F.
Did you just replace the word death with F?
No, I just thought death with one F.
What?
One F.
What did you replace?
I replaced death with one F.
Oh, okay, now I... Okay, yeah, that took me a while.
Oh.
Instead, you shall put them to death, with one F, with the edge of the sword. Specifically, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Canaanite, the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite, just as the Lartios Gaitis has commanded you.
Parasite, okay.
Yeah, Parasite. That's where the word parasite comes from. Otherwise, they may teach you to do all the abominations which they have committed against their own Skytises. And then you would sin against the Lartios Gaitis. When you will have besieged a city for a long time, and you will have encircled it with fortifications so that you may fight against it, you shall not cut down trees from one which is able to eat. Wait, from which one is able to eat? Neither shall you cause devastation with axes to the surrounding region, for it is a tree, not a man. It is not able to increase the number of those who are fighting against you. But if there are any trees which are not fruitful but are wild, and if these are fit for other uses, then cut them down and make machines until you have captured the city that is contending against you. Wait, so if you're besieging a city, you're not supposed to cut down trees that bear fruit, because they didn't do anything against you. But any other trees that can be used for any other purposes are fine. So if you have a tree that does not bear fruit, but you could make some war machinery out out of it, that one you can cut down. But like a lemon tree,
Yeah. Well, every tree should have a purpose, and obviously, if it bears fruit, that's its purpose. If it doesn't bear fruit, then it's fucking
No.
useless until you chop
No.
it down and you make it into a lot of fucking toothpicks.
and what if the purpose of the tree is to pass butter?
Wow. I'm not even.
I can't even tell if you got that.
I did, but can I go home?
Yeah, there's enough room. You can come over here.
Nice.
I mean, I get to live in your head rent free. You get to live in my apartment for rent. Deuteronomy.
Fine, I'll just sleep in your chair.
Which one?
The one behind you.
There are 2 chairs behind me. For fuck's sake.
The one that everyone can actually see. The one that everyone knows exists.
Yeah,
Not the imaginary one you keep mentioning.
there's no chair behind me. Nobody can see anything.
Yeah. If you're a fuck doesn't mean that there's a chair behind you.
Deuteronomy 21.
Da-da-da.
When there will have been found in the land which the Lord your guidance will give to you. Remember the promising of the land?
Yeah, on it, Kev.
No.
It's up to you, but
way too much gin and not enough
we
tonic.
decided whenever he talks about how he promised the land and dangles it in front of them like a carrot, like in that thumbnail of that one video on YouTube. Have you seen that?
If not, then just pause and you can go watch it.
Yeah.
Like on your channel?
Yeah, that's the joke. You should
Guidance
actually.
is one.
You should look at all the Bible thumbnails, even if you're not going to watch the videos, but just the thumbnails.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I only get good feedback for them. Like, everybody just fucking loves them.
Well, because they're fucking ridiculous.
When there will have been found in the land which the largest guidance will give to you the corpse of a man who has been killed, and it is not known who is guilty of the murder, your judges and those greater by birth shall go out and measure from the place of the corpse the distance to each of the surrounding cities, and in whichever one they perceive to be closer than the others, the elders shall take a calf from the herd, one which has not been pulled with a yoke nor tilled with a plow. Oh, hey, nice badge, Terrace. Where did you get that one?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
And they shall put it into a rough and stony valley, one which has never been tilled or sown. And in that place they shall cut the neck of the calf, and the priests of the sons of Levi shall approach, those whom the Lord your guidance has chosen to minister to him, and to bless in his name, and to decide every controversy by their word, and to judge which things are clean and which are unclean. And those greater by birth of that city, nearest to the one who was slain, shall go and shall wash their hands over the calf that was killed in the valley. So basically, if somebody's murdered and you don't know who did the murder, you go to the you measure where you find the corpse, you measure the nearest city, and the elders of that city have to slay a calf in a rough and stony valley which has never been tilled or sown.
Oddly fucking specific.
Why are we killing a calf if a man already died?
Yeah, I was about to say that it doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Oh, hey, we have a dead man. Let's also kill a calf.
I figured it out. Yeah, great.
Oh, actually, and if there's a dead calf, maybe we should also kill a man. Bible logic. Okay.
Better safe than sorry.
And they shall say,
legit.
Our hands did not shed this blood, nor did our eyes see it. Be merciful to your people Israel, whom you have redeemed, O Lord, and do not charge them with innocent blood in the midst of your people Israel. And so the guilt of the blood will be taken away from them. Then you will be free from the blood that was shed against the innocent, when you will have done as the Lord has instructed you. Oh, so basically, you don't know who killed it, and in case one of your tribe killed it, you just kill a calf and then you get off jail free card.
You just wash your hands over the calf and then it's like nothing happens, or what?
You have to kill it and then wash
Yeah,
them in.
okay, yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Welcome to the Bible, kid.
You're in for a ride. If you have gone out to fight against your enemies, and the Lord your guidance has delivered them into your hand, and if, as you are leading away the captives, you see among the number of the captives a beautiful woman, and you love her, and you are willing to have her as a wife, then you shall lead her into your house, and she shall shave off her hair, and cut her nails short, and remove the garment in which she was captured. And she shall, I can't, why is this a tongue twister all of a sudden? And she shall sit in your house and weep for her daddy and mother for 1 month. And after that, you shall enter to her and sleep with her, and she shall be your wife.
Just lock her up and then.
So basically, if you capture a city, and obviously you're not allowed to kill the women, so if you see one of the women, hold on, let me double check. If you see one of the women,
lead her to your house.
You find her beautiful and you love her, which is quite a thing to ask. Like, you see her and you have to love her before you even talk to her, probably, or within like very short dialogue. Like while you're.
Well, back then they didn't really care about personality. It was like, ah, yes, pretty yoink.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. So yeah, but you have to. She has to be beautiful. We have a stitch there, and you have to find her beautiful. Then you bring her to your home. Literally make her bald, remove her, well, not remove, cut her nails short, and remove the garment in which she was captured. So she literally has to weep naked with no hair, short nails in your home for a month.
You could give her other clothes. It doesn't specify she has to be naked.
True.
Yeah, that she can't have the garment she was caught in.
All right. For 1 month, and after that, it doesn't specify when, you have to enter her and sleep with her. Like both at the same time or in succession?
I think it's in order.
Okay. But if afterwards she does not sit well in your mind, you shall set her free. You cannot sell her for money.
Release her like a fucking butterfly. Be free!
You cannot sell her for money, nor can you oppress her by force, for you have humiliated her. Oh yeah, we'll see about that.
Currency can be exchanged for goods and services.
Okay, so well, once again, no, not once again.
Like it's just a backdoor, like, ooh, now I had my way with her, and now I don't love her anymore, or it just doesn't work. So please go away.
Very important note: using the backdoor is not allowed in the Bible because sex is only allowed for reproductive purposes.
Okay.
Hold on. I got a whole song that. Hold on.
You mean that fuck me in the ass because I just have Jesus thing?
Yeah, that one.
Great.
So basically, the tables have turned now. And now the men have basically actually the men of other tribes and nations and whatever have less rights because they are all slaughtered, but the women, they're basically good to go. Can I play this on stream?
I'm gonna check for you. Hold on.
It's a song? Probably not then.
Well, licenses, blah 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 blah.
I mean, you can put it in chat. I'm just gonna listen to like for a minute to it, and then you get free reaction.
Well, there is some sort of a licensing thing on it, but I don't understand it. So. There you go. Enjoy.
What is this about?
Yeah. It is, yeah.
No, thanks. where were we here? So yeah, if you're a woman from another nation, then you have pretty good chances of either just being somebody's wife, which is probably not too bad, or just literally being set free. If a man has two wives, one beloved and the other hated, and they have produced children by him, and if the son of the hated wife is the firstborn, and if he wishes to divide his substance among his sons, he cannot make the son of the beloved wife the firstborn, and so prefer him before the son of the hated wife.
What?
You have two wives. One of them you love and one of them you hate.
Sure.
And you have a son with each of them.
Sure.
Your first son was with the one that you hate now.
Sure.
Your second one was with the one you love.
Sure.
You're not allowed to just declare that the son you have with the second one, with the one you love, is your firstborn.
Understandable. Doesn't matter what you fucking declare. That's not how the concept of a firstborn works. Anyway, like.
Yeah, I think firstborn is more like a given title that entitles you to some stuff. It's not like literally the first one born. It's more like the recommendation who should get it.
No, that is exactly how the word firstborn works.
Not in the Bible. You haven't paid attention clearly. That's literally what I was thinking. Look, son, I hate your mother. You were born later. That's what I was about to bring up. I hate your mom, so fuck you. You don't get any rights or none of my inheritance or whatever. Like, what does the mother have to do?
Substance.
Why can't it be based on whether or not you love the son? What does it matter whether or not you love the mother? It's just
a
stupid book.
Sent substance books.
That would require substantial payment.
Well, I'm the one that receives payment.
True. If a man has...
I accept PayPal.
We already...
Today's topics from Spotify.
Alexa, shut the fuck up. Alexa, zip it.
Alexa, these nuts.
It's playing a random song.
Alexa, play Fuck Me in the Instead, he shall acknowledge the son of the hated wife as the firstborn, and he shall give to him a double portion of all that he has. For he is the first among his children, and the rights of the firstborn are owed to him. If a man produces a disobedient and reckless son who will not listen to the orders of his daddy or mother, and, having been corrected, shows contempt for obedience, they shall take him and lead him to the elders of the city and to the gate of judgment. What the fuck's the gate of judgment?
It's a gate that judges.
Rude. PayPal, the biblical payment company.
Like the place you go before you can enter heaven?
Isn't that the purgatory?
That's before you go to hell, I think.
Yeah.
If it's decided you go to hell, you first have to go through purgatory to atone for your sins or something, and then you go to hell because you sinned, because fuck you logic. That's roughly my understanding.
Right.
I might be wrong, but
No,
you're free to fact check.
I won't.
And they shall say to them, This our son is reckless and disobedient. He shows contempt when listening to our admonitions. He occupies himself with carousing and self-indulgence and feastonian.
So apparently the gates of judgment are a place in Final Fantasy 15.
There we go, solved it.
Yeah, they'll just play a few dungeons of FF15, and depending on your performance, you either go to hell or heaven. If you play support, you get bonus points inherently. Then the people of the city shall stone him to death with one F. And he shall die, so that you may take away the evil from your midst. So may all of Israel, upon hearing it, be very afraid. But when a man will have sinned in a matter which is punished by death with one F, having been judged unto death with one F, he has been hanged on gallows. His corpse shall not remain on the tree. Instead, he shall be buried on the same day. For he who hangs from a tree has been cursed by Skytis. And you shall not defile your land, which the Lord your Skytis will give to you as a possession. Hey!
Oh, yay! There he goes again.
Hold on, I think I can actually open a window now, so I die 20% less.
That's fine. I got a fan.
Yeah, I also have a fan. That is not sufficient for me.
Yeah, I think you're a fan then.
Right.
Left.
No, it's to my right. The fan is here. You can't see.
That fan sounds fantastic.
Yeah, it is kind of fancy. It has some nice features.
And fan pics.
You seem a little offended, Krotan.
His fan is tiny.
I'm just quietly enjoying these puns.
You're just surfing on the wave, huh?
Yeah.
You got a fan,
Wow.
Harris? Egg doesn't count. Egg isn't a fan.
Yeah,
He's a buddy.
Yeah.
Not a friend, just a buddy.
I got Nargor.
True.
He seems like a fun.
Speaking of Naga, I just want to see if it works now.
Games.
It does. Nice. There's your ad. You got unscammed.
Games.
That peasant. Games. This is just going to be so confusing to anyone that wasn't around, which just makes this infinitely better. For anyone that's watching this right now, maybe you should watch the Sky Quiz VOD. Then you would understand.
Spoiler alert, I won.
True. You know what you win? More Bible. Deuteronomy 22.
Da 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 da.
If you see your brother's cocks or sheep.
Hell not us by. Mm-hmm.
If you see your brother's cocks or sheep wander astray, you shall not pass by. Instead, you shall lead them back to your brother. Yo, I found your cocks. You want it back?
You just wiggle on those.
But if
A fucking dead fish.
But if your brother is not near, or you do not know him, you shall lead them to your house, and they shall be with you until your brother seeks them and receives them. Wait, or you do not know him. So if you don't know your brother, how do you know
I
that?
think in this context, brother is just one of your like religious comrades.
Stop taking the fun out of the Bible. We intentionally.
It's the whole love thy neighbor bullshit.
I know what we intentionally We intentionally misunderstand it for added comedic value.
No, for comedic value, we just drink and then replace random words of bullshit that doesn't make sense. It makes it funnier.
Funnier. But
You hardly know her.
you shall act in a similar manner with his donkey. Okay, what the fuck?
I'm gonna touch your donkey inappropriately.
You shall act in a similar manner with his donkey and his clothing and all the belongings of your brother that have been lost. If you find it, you shall not neglect it.
I wouldn't say they were lost. I mean, he took them off willingly.
You wouldn't know. Maybe he just got really fucking wasted. Wait, where the fuck was it? If you find it, you shall not neglect it, as if it belonged to a stranger. If you see that your brother's donkey or cox has fallen along the way,
My dick fell off.
you shall not disregard it. Instead, you shall lift it up with him. Okay, come on! You can't make this up. What the actual fuck? Alright.
Can we just clarify that we replaced Ox
No,
with Cox
no,
for comedic
no,
effect?
no, sorry, I can't deal with
a really long time ago.
No, Terrace, we can.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Terrace, you could just set it the replace document, or you could just not. That's up to you.
Yeah, no, because it's funny.
By the way, Krotan, if you have suggestions to replace words or phrases, go ahead.
Yeah, right now I just feel stupid because I thought the way you spelled Cox was just a stupid way to spell like Cox, chicken. I don't know.
No, we're not just reading the Bible, we're also improving it, we're explaining on it, we're doing a community service here.
I know that, but how would I know what you guys have changed? So
it's obvious, clearly.
Yeah,
well,
you're obvious, but
that's fine. You're about to be edumacated. There you go. Here's the entire list.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
A woman shall not be clothed with manly apparel, nor shall a man make use of feminine apparel. For whoever does these things is abominable with Skytus. What's the term? Like, I'll just make a comment. No drag or cross-dressing. Like, literally, if you're a drag queen, what's the term? Like, yeah, I think drag queen? Is that for the male or female? I don't fucking know. Drag queen is a man dressing in a feminine way, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Vaguely. Yeah, okay. So basically, according to the Bible, you're not allowed to be a drag queen. Or just any kind of cross-dressing. Literally just not allowed. Transvestite. No, that has nothing to do with vests. If, as you are walking along the way, you find a bird's nest in a tree or on the ground, and the mother is nurturing the young or the eggs, you shall not take her with her young.
I'm going to touch your eggs.
Yeah, I'm going to touch your egg.
So,
I'm sure you'll like it.
I'm sure the egg will.
Okay, wait. So if you find a bird's nest and the mother is nurturing the young or the eggs, you shall not take her with her young. Which implies...
So you can't fondle their eggs.
If you just find an egg or just a nest without a mother, it's fine. You can also just take a mother, but just if they are together and the mother is nurturing the young or the eggs, that's not okay. You misspelled actually, that peasant. Instead, you shall permit her to go, retaining the young that you have caught, so that it may be well with you, and you may live for a long time. Wow. Wait, but you haven't caught them. Where does it say that you caught them? If you find a bird's nest, you shall not take. Instead, you shall blah blah blah, retaining the young that you have caught. Like caught with your eye or what?
Why is there a rule for that?
You literally haven't caught them. Fuck you, Bible, you're retarded. Because the Bible just makes up stupid rules because it's the Bible. And I am the Lord your Skytus. When you build a new house, you shall make a wall around the roof. Otherwise, someone may slip and fall down violently. And so blood would be shed at your house and you would be guilty.
That's fucking extreme.
Yeah, that makes sense. Somebody might climb on your roof and then slip and die, and then it's your fault because somebody climbed on your roof and slipped.
It's like that fucking burglar that broke into someone's house and sued them because they got trapped in their basement or some shit.
What the just the fuck are these rules?
That was an actual thing, by the way. They went on holiday and then he broke into their fucking basement, broke in. There was one of those high up, thin basements up high, and he fell in and couldn't get out. And they were away for holiday for several days. They came back 4 days later, and there's just a starving burglar in their fucking basement, and he sued them.
Which country?
America.
Of course it is. Yeah. Why do I even ask?
Why would you even bother asking? Come on.
Good point. You shall not sow your vineyard with another seed, lest both the seed that you have sown and what springs forth from the vineyard be sanctified together. what does this have to do? So you have to put a wall around your roof, because otherwise somebody might slip and die. And also you shall not sow your vineyard with another seed. I don't even understand what the fuck.
I like how it's specifically vineyard, like no other farm thing, just vineyard. Just there's that one specific fucking type of farm.
This just makes no sense. Just like the Bible. You shall not till with a cox and a donkey at the same time. You shall not wear a vestment which has been woven from both wool and linen. You shall make strings along the hem at the four corners of your cloak which covers you. If a man takes a wife and afterwards he has hatred for her, and so he seeks opportunities to dismiss her, imputing a very wicked name to her by saying, I received this woman as a wife, and upon entering to her, I found her not to be a virgin. Then her daddy and her mother shall take her, and they shall bring with them the signs of her virginity to the elders of the city who are at the gate. Okay, wait, so if you have a wife and you're like, I don't want this wife anymore, so I'm just gonna claim that when I entered her, I found out that she was not a virgin. Then she shall return to her parents, and they shall bring proof of her virginity to the elders.
At least your wives are covered by warranty.
I have one follow-up question. What does virginity proof look like? Like, what could it be? How could you prove?
Basically, someone looks at their vagina, or they push a finger in and check if the what's it called, the hymen is still intact.
Yes.
But he already entered her, and he said that then she wasn't a virgin. So how do you prove it afterwards? Like, regardless of if she was a virgin or not, the hymen will be broken, or whatever the correct term is. So that simply doesn't work. So, like, the only way I could think of is that the parents took a fucking picture before they handed her off, and now they can just be like, here, see, proof. Hymen was intact. But I don't think.
Just imagine hiring someone with like a tablet and a chisel, go like, right, son, here's what you're doing. Come on, Julie, spread your legs.
I mean, that sounds like a fun job, to be fair.
No, that's what the insurance lawyers did back then.
Well, just be careful that you don't drop the tablet and break it. I mean, that still applies to modern society. Don't drop the tablet. Don't break it.
I'm sure if they're working in that high of our all, they had Apple Care.
They had lard care. And the daddy shall say, I gave my daughter to this man as a wife. And because he hates her, he accuses her with a very wicked name by saying, I did not find your daughter to be a virgin. But behold, these are the signs of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the clothing before the elders of the city. And the elders of that city shall apprehend that man and beat him. Wait. What? So the proof is literally just spreading her clothing. Like, just, here, look, naked woman. Clearly he was wrong.
You just left it, there's gonna go.
This bad boy can fit so many.
Slap Hymen of bar. Fuck, this is 0 to 100 real quick.
There is very, very random idea. I don't know if YouTube has some kind of filters, but something about upskirting for the title or thumbnail. Just parental approved upskirting. That's basically where we're at. And
well, at least we got a thumbnail idea.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna do the research for that one for a while.
Yeah, so basically, you just take your daughter to the elders, and you're just like, then you just spread her clothing, and then the elders will just beat the fuck out of her husband. Moreover, they shall fine him 100 shekels of silver, which he will give to the daddy of the girl, because he has committed a slander. with a very wicked name against a virgin of Israel, and he shall have her as a wife, and he cannot dismiss her throughout all the days of his life. I mean, it's not like you could dismiss her in any way, right? It's until death do us part. Right?
Fucking not the New Testament.
Yeah.
With the Old Testament, I'm sure there's warranty.
Yeah, but assuming that you weren't lied to about the virginity of her, there's nothing you could do to get rid of her anyway, other than one of you dying. But if
Well, I mean, that could be arranged.
money can be exchanged for goods and services. But if what he has claimed is true and virginity is not found in the girl, then they shall throw her down outside the doors of her daddy's house, and the men of that city shall stone her to death with one F. And she shall die.
That's fucking extreme.
Wait. Holy, that's actually fucking brutal. They stone her to death with one F, and she shall die. Holy fuck, that's overkill.
But
thank you.
Killed by death.
With one F.
Yeah.
For she has acted wickedly in Israel, in that she fornicated in her daddy's house. And so shall you take away the evil from your midst. If a man sleeps with the wife of another, then they shall both die. That is, the adulterer and the adulteress. And so shall you take away the evil from Israel. If a man has betrothed a girl who is a virgin, and if someone finds her in the city and he lies with her, then you shall lead them both out to the gate of that city, and they shall be stoned to death with one F. The girl, because she did not cry out, though she was in the city. The man, because he was humiliated, because he has humiliated the wife of his neighbor. Wait, what? Hold. So if you betroth a girl who's a virgin, and somebody finds you in the city, finds her in the city, and no, wait. If a man has betrothed a girl who's a virgin, and if someone finds her in the city and he lies with her, who's he? The someone? Okay,
Another man, I guess.
No, okay, wait, now I get it. So you're basically engaged to a virgin, and then somebody else finds her and just decides, oh, yep, I'm gonna have some fun.
Yep.
Then both will be stoned to death with one F. Because she did not cry for help, basically, and the man has humiliated the wife of his neighbor, even though she possibly consented, but it's still humiliation, apparently. Okay, you know what? That one makes sense within the Bible. And so shall you take away the evil from your midst. But if a man discovers in the countryside a girl who has been betrothed, and apprehending her, he lies with her, then he alone shall die. I guess because she wasn't able to cry out for help. The girl shall suffer nothing.
Okay, now I get it.
Nor is she guilty unto death, with one F. For just as a robber rises up against his brother and slays his life, so also did this girl suffer greatly. She was alone in the field. She cried out, and there was no one nearby who might deliver her. I'm just going to point out that's very much possible, but how did you know that she didn't maybe even consent to it? Like, maybe she was already betrothed to someone else, but then she just decided, you know what, this man looks fun. As long as they do it in the countryside, she is fine. That seems like a loophole, to have fun with your loophole.
It sounds big.
Oh, no, that's only before the elders. If a man find a girl who is a virgin, yes, English. If a man finds a girl who is a virgin, who does not have a betrothal, and taking her, he lies with her, and the matter is brought to judgment, then he who slept with her shall give to the daddy of the girl 50 shekels of silver, and he shall have her as a wife, because he has humiliated her. He cannot dismiss her throughout all the days of his life. So basically, right here we have it. The penalty for taking someone's virginity is 50 shekels of silver. So the price of a girl's virginity back then was 50 shekels of silver. and having to take her as a wife, which
Isn't that just prostitution?
no, it's a fine afterwards, but if it, effectively it can
Yeah.
be.
Okay.
Virgins can be exchanged for goods and services. No man shall take his daddy's wife, nor remove her covering. What? What?
Don't fuck your mama.
Yeah, but first of all, we already had that previously, and second of all, what? Okay, don't fuck somebody else's wife. Don't fuck a wife that hasn't betrothed to anyone. Don't do this. Also, don't fuck your mom.
Like it's just they're just making sure they're covering all their bases.
Yeah, and make sure the bases stay covered, because if you uncover your mom's base, you're screwed. This is just so random. Okay.
Every sign has its story.
Deuteronomy 23.
Ba-da-da-da.
A eunuch, one whose testicles have been delimitated or cut off, or whose penis has been cut off, shall not enter into the church of the Lord. The offspring of a harlot, that is one.
Did they check? When you come in, just like touch you down with the hand of your arms and goes, yep, off you go.
You enter into the church with your dick out. You know,
So-
dicks out for Harambe. Ever heard of that?
It's like your ID.
So those are the guys whose cocks you can find.
Oh. Hey, it's not like this one. Can we keep him?
Thank you.
Yeah, you'll have to ask him after this. I mean, as long as we have other guests, I'm gonna attempt to cycle through all the that are interested in being guests, and then we can just bring back fan favorites. And since you have a fan, and I have a fan,
Yay.
the offspring of a harlot, that is one born of a prostitute, shall not enter into the church of the Lord until the 10th generation. Damn.
Fucking rough.
The Ammonite and the Moabite, even after the 10th generation, shall not enter into the church of the Lord forever, because they were not willing to meet you with bread and water along the way when you had departed from Egypt, and because they hired against you Balaam, the son of Beor, from Mesopotamia in Syria, in order to curse you.
Isn't that like the bear
Like an
guy
interesting point.
in The Hobbit?
What? Who? What? Huh?
Beor? Or was it someone
No,
else?
that's Beowulf. I don't fucking know.
Let me check that.
Yeah, feel
Are
free.
you thinking of Boromir?
Nah, I mean The Hobbit. Beorn. Beorn. I don't know.
Beyond? Yeah, they're reworking that with the upcoming expansion.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good as well.
I just want to point out the Ammonite and the Moabite.
Who?
Just want to point that out. Just to give you some cannon fodder. They're your enemies. Okay, Terrace, I have an important question.
Yes.
It is mentioned that when you had departed from Egypt, which it
Yes.
doesn't specifically say that the Lord led them away, or it's no bragging about them, but it's mentioning that. Does that count?
Well, I don't think we've had a lot to drink to this time, so we might as well count it in.
I mean, you could just change up the drink to make up for it.
I've already got Kool-Aid.
Wait. In order to curse you, yeah. But the Lord your guide is what's not willing to listen to Balaam. And he turned his cursing into your blessing, because he loves you. Ooh. Maybe you should replace love with love uwu. Love,
Naked uwiness.
because then it would turn into because he love uwus you. You shall not make peace with them, nor shall you seek their prosperity throughout all the days of your life forever. You shall not abhor any from Idumea. Idumea?
Yes, sir.
Idum EA? Idum EA. For
It's
he
in
is
the game.
Yeah.
Idum EA. It's in the Bible. For he is your brother. Wait, you shall not abhor anyone from Idum EA. It's in the Bible. For he is your brother, nor the Egyptian, for you were a new arrival in his land. Hey, Terrace, can you do the replace, please? I want this. Yeah, I highlighted it. It's on page 37 of the doc. Yeah. Yeah. Those who have been born of them in the third generation shall enter into the church of the Lord. Oh, and remember to update the replace sheet as well.
Yeah.
Ah, he's smart. He knows his job.
Wait, so it basically says fuck the Ammonite and Moabite because they didn't give us bread or
Yeah,
something.
basically,
and
they arrived
and
there.
the Egyptians, they're like, yeah, it's cool. We were your slaves and you fucking, I don't know.
He finally moved on. Apparently,
That's okay.
Okay, I don't know.
Done.
I don't understand the Lord. Thank you, Terrace.
Pleasure is all mine.
Oh yeah, I'll make sure you get your pleasure. When you have gone out to war against your enemies, you shall keep yourself from everything that is evil. If there is a man among you who has been defiled by a dream in the night, he shall depart from the camp. What the fuck? How? Okay, I'm sure it'll be explained, but before we move on, how do you get defiled by a dream?
Wet dream?
I was about to say, that's the only thing I can come up with.
Yeah.
Any other ideas? Okay, I have one more.
Wet dream.
What if it's a wet dream of another Skytis?
Wow. I mean, that would be fucking extreme as fuck.
I mean, it doesn't have to be extreme as fuck. It could also be a mouth fuck.
We send pics.
Send idols of another Skytis. What else? How do you get defiled by a dream in the night? Oh wait, so if you daydream, that's fine. So basically, if you work night shift, you can have all the dirty dreams you want.
If you daydream at night, is this still daydream?
Ooh.
Depends on your definition of day. I mean, day is usually when the sun is up, but also day could also, at least nowadays, refer to whenever you are up. So it's difficult. But I would say back then, day was probably when the sun was up. So depends. I mean, daydreaming originally comes from the word day, but it just has the meaning of thinking wishfully about something while you're awake, I believe. That would be the rough definition, I think. So you could do that at night, as confusing as it might be. And there's your way more in-depth answer than you anticipated. You're welcome.
Thanks.
I am the largest Gaitus. And he shall not return before the evening, after he has washed with water. And then, after the sun sets, he shall return to the camp. You shall have a place beyond the camp to which you may go for the necessities of nature, carrying a small shovel at your belt. And when you would sit down, you shall dig around, and then, with the soil that was dug up, you shall cover that from which you were relieved. I like the phrasing.
The Bible gives instructions on how to poop in the desert.
Yes. Not just the desert, anywhere. Just basically don't shit in the city. Just dig a hole somewhere.
Great.
And bury it.
Yeah.
Specifically with a shovel.
Bury that.
Not through your hands.
Bury that from which you were relieved. I just
I
love
like the terminology.
That from which you were released. Relieved, not released. For the Lord your Skytis walks in the midst of your camp in order to rescue you and to deliver your enemies to you. And so, let your camp be holy, and let nothing filthy appear within it, lest he abandon you. You shall not deliver a servant who has fled to you to his master. He shall live with you in a place that pleases him, and he shall rest in one of your cities. Okay, pleases him in what regard?
It will.
Okay. You shall not grieve him. What is this, Minecraft?
Yes. He's kind of.
Hey, Terrace.
Yeah, I put my Minecraft's bed next to him.
What color is your bed?
Red. Classic.
Okay. But no touching tips.
Understandable. I'll keep that in mind.
There shall be no prostitutes among the daughters of Israel, nor anyone among the sons of Israel who visits a prostitute.
Wow.
Well, there you have it. If you enter into a daughter and take her virginity and all that, even though you have to pay a fine, it's not prostitution, because then that would clash with this, at least implicitly. So while it might be effectively prostitution, it's technically not. You shall not offer money from a prostitute, nor the price of a dog in the house of the Lord your Skytis, no matter what you may have vowed. What?
I'll be specific.
What? You shall not offer money from a prostitute in the house. Okay? So prostitution money is also dirty. Nor the price of a dog. So if you sell a dog, you're not allowed to give that as a tribute, basically. Because that money is...
Oh, okay.
What about cat?
No, that's fine. Just dog money, because that would be dog shit.
Which you would have to bury.
Yeah.
Specifically with a shovel.
We figured it out. But both of these are an abomination with the Lord your Skytis. Nope, cats are fine. You shall not lend money or grain or anything else at all to your brother at interest, but only to a foreigner. For you shall lend to your brother whatever he needs without interest, so that the Lord your Skytis may bless you in all your works in the land, which you shall enter so as to possess it. That's a promise.
That's promising, that's it. That was a sneaky one, I'll get him now. Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were going to pick up on it, but yep, definitely.
Oh, when it comes to drinking, I'm right up there with you.
When you have made
that's the only reason I'm paying attention.
When you have made a vow to the Lord your Skytis, you shall not be late in paying it, for the Lord your Skytis demands it. And if you delay, it shall be imputed to you as a sin. If you are not willing to make a promise, then it shall be without sin. But as soon as it has departed from your lips, you shall observe and do just as you have promised to the Lord your Skytis, and just as you have spoken by your own free will and with your own mouth. Upon entering your neighbor's vineyard, you may eat as many grapes as you please, but you may not carry any out with you. If you enter into your friend's... Friend? Wait. Okay, friend? Have we ever had the term friend in the Bible?
No.
Yeah, friend.
My friend.
Friend. If you enter into your friend's grain field, you may break off the ears and rub them in your hand, but you may not reap them with a sickle. Wow, so I can just go to a grain field and then just rip off his fucking ears? That's fucking brutal.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about corn. Which is a grain.
Oh,
and
really?
Ears of corn.
Oh, really?
No. I'm just kidding.
Speaking of no, Deuteronomy 24. If a man takes a wife, and he has her, and she does not find favor before his eyes because of some vileness, then he shall write a bill of divorce, and he shall give it to her hand, and he shall dismiss her from his house. And when, having departed, she has married another, and if he likewise hates her, and has given her a bill of divorce and has dismissed her from his house, or if indeed he has died, then the former husband cannot take her back as a wife. What?
Yeah, understandable.
So basically you don't want your wife, so you get a divorce. Then she goes to another man. The other man dies, and then you can't take her back.
Yeah, the divorce is like a one-time thing.
Yeah, but you divorce because you hate her, so there's a pretty high chance you wouldn't want her back anyway. That is...
People break up and go back together all the time. It's a classic at this point.
I mean, I know that it's not entirely unheard of, but I find it interesting that is specifically prohibited. For she
happens more often than you think.
So you're not allowed to come back together with your ex.
No, you are, but this under these specific circumstances. So if you divorce, you give her the bill, and then she marries another, and either the other one also divorces her, or the other husband died, then you cannot go back. Under any other circumstances, it has not yet been prohibited. It may be soon, but not yet.
Okay.
For she has been polluted and has become abominable in the sight of the Lord. Otherwise, you may cause your land, which the Lord your Skytis will deliver to you as a possession, to sin. Remember when you mentioned that we didn't have a drink for a while? So we decided to go for the half-assed one? I think the Bible's trying to make up for this.
I'm so glad it is.
When a man has recently taken a wife, he shall not go out to war, nor shall any public office be enjoined upon him. Instead, he shall be free at home without guilt, so that for 1 year he may rejoice with his wife. Okay, so just 1 year of daily banging?
Sign me up.
I guess they really wanted to encourage people to get married, and then... I don't see what the implicit benefit of being married is. Like, sure, the procreation, having a bigger folk that follows you. But how is that beneficial for the Lord?
It's not.
Why is the Lord trying to encourage marriage like this? That's what
because he doesn't like people being sluts. So he's contractually sticking them together.
Okay, that makes sense. Just basically keep people from sinning and being dirty. You shall not accept an upper or lower millstone as collateral, for then he will have placed his life with you. If a man has been caught soliciting his brother among the sons of Israel and selling him in order to receive a price, then he shall be put to death with at least 2 Fs.
What?
I was very confused why this is here. And then I realized, well, there's only one explanation. Then he shall be put to death with at least 2 Fs.
So good, welcome.
And so shall you take away the evil from your midst. Observe diligently, lest you incur the wound of leprosy. But you shall do whatever the priests of the Levitical stock shall teach you to do, according to what I have instructed them. And you shall fulfill it carefully. Remember what the Lord your Skytis did to Miriam along the way as you were departing from Egypt. That was Triple Arab's wife, right? And I don't know if she advocated for another Skytis, but she did something bad and then she got snapped.
Scrapped for parts.
Okay.
When you require from your neighbor anything that he owes you, you shall not enter into his house in order to take away the collateral. Instead, you shall stand outside and he will carry out to you what he has. But if he is poor, then the collateral shall not remain with you through the night. Instead, you shall return it to him promptly before the setting of the sun, so that, sleeping in his own garment, he may bless you, and you may have justice in the presence of the Lord your Skytis. You shall not refuse the pay of the indigent and the poor, whether he is your brother or he is a new arrival who dwells with you in the land and is within your gates. Instead, you shall pay him the price of his labor on the same day before the setting of the sun, for he is poor, and with it he sustains his life. Otherwise, he may cry out against you to the Lord, and it would be charged to you as a sin. The daddies shall not be put to death with one F on behalf of the sons, nor the sons on behalf of the daddies, but each one shall die for his own sin. When you would come up with what? But if your daddy did something dirty, you're not allowed to enter the church for 10 generations.
Yeah, that's been a thing for as well.
What? But you don't get punished for your daddy's sins except when you do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't see any problem with that.
You shall not pervert the judgment of the new arrival or the orphan, nor shall you take away the widow's garments as collateral. Hey, Terrace. Remember that you served in Egypt and that the Lord your Skytis rescued you from there?
Yes.
That's low-key bragging about rescuing them.
I suppose it is. Yeah, hold on.
I'm holding on.
Keep holding on.
I'm holding on for a hero to the end of the night.
Wow.
Can I let go?
Pineapple gin.
I'll take that as a yes. Therefore, I am instructing you to act in this way. When you have reaped the grain in your field, having forgotten, you'll leave behind a sheaf, and you shall not return to take it away. Instead, you shall permit the new arrival and the orphan and the widow to take it away, so that the Lord your Skytis may bless you in all the works of your hands. What's with the fucking phrase of the Lord your Skytis blessing you in all the works? If you have gathered the fruit of your olive trees, you shall not return in order to gather whatever may remain on the trees. Instead, you shall leave it behind for the new arrival, the orphan, and the widow. If you harvest the vintage of your vineyard, you shall not gather the remaining clusters. Instead, they shall fall to the use of the stranger, the orphan, and the widow. The orphan, the one, and the one widow.
The orphan. Cinema November 30th.
Remember that you also served in Egypt, and so, for this reason, I am instructing you to act in this way. Deuteronomy 25.
Oink, oink.
If there is a case between persons and they apply to the judges, they shall give the palm of justice to the one whom they perceive to be just, and they shall condemn of impiety the one who is impious. But if they see that one who has sinned is worthy of stripes, they shall prostrate him and cause him to be beaten before them.
Prostate? Oh,
I think,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
prostrate. It was a replace, of course. They'll basically finger him and just touch his G-spot. With one F.
Would he have to bury that as well?
Bury what? The G-spot? I mean, that's kind of buried.
No, if he like
Bury
if
my
you're
cock in your ass.
ejaculating in the desert, would you have to bury that as well with a shovel?
Yes.
Yeah, you want to know? No, well, you kind of have to bury it, but in a woman, because if you just have a flow of seed, but not for procreation, then you're dirty until the evening.
Yeah, you're not allowed at camp for a day.
Yeah, just bury the woman.
I mean, my man has a point.
They don't have an explicitly forbade that, so.
According to the measure of the sin, so shall the measure of the stripes be. Why is stripes indicated in red, and what the fuck does stripes mean?
No idea.
Strapes.
I was about to ask.
Strape. It's not a word. Okay, maybe it's just strap. It's like a strap on, but without the on.
Type in Strape Bible.
Good idea. Strape.
No, it's Stripe.
Oh,
no. Check the reply sheet. My fucking god.
What?
Eman.
What did you replace? Oh.
Look at the bottom of the group chat.
When did we do that?
A long time ago.
I literally don't remember. What the fuck?
That was right. That was the one we did after Osmosis, but below the fucking 1.5 US gallons.
Okay, you know what? Let's
I
just.
can only assume you were talking about dates.
No,
Okay.
we were talking about fruit being right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right, right.
Bread of the desert.
let me try again. But if they see that the one who has sinned is worthy of stripes, they shall prostrate him and cause him to be beaten before them according to the measure of the sin. Shall the measure of the stripes. What stripes? What the fuck? What does this even mean?
Stripes.
It's like it's a whip, basically. Like some strip of leather, and you just beat the shit out of them.
No,
I
no,
whip you.
you know what? Okay, yeah, sure. Bible makes sense. Let's go with that.
Yeah, wrong.
Even so, these shall not exceed the number of 40. Otherwise, your brother may depart, having been wounded shamefully before your eyes. Stripe terrace. Maybe I will. I mean, you could stripe yourself. You literally have tape there. Even no wait. You shall not muzzle.
I mean, funny enough, actually.
You shall not muzzle a cox as it is treading out your crops.
I
in the
got a
field.
leather
But
strip.
it's better for recoil.
I got a leather strip. Oh. It fucking whips.
And now go to the bathroom, stand in front of the mirror, and say 3 times the largioscitis and see what happens.
Get it up here from my fucking cupboard.
When brothers are living together and one of them dies without children, the wife of the deceased
Do
shall
you want
not
some
marry
antiseptic
another.
foot cream?
Yes. Can I eat?
Ah.
When brothers are living
Oh.
together and one of them dies without children, the wife of the deceased shall not marry another. Instead, his brother shall take her, and he shall raise up offspring for his brother. And the first son from her he shall call by his brother's name, so that his name will not be abolished from Israel. But if he is not willing to take his brother's wife, who by law must go to him, the woman shall go to the gate of the city, and she shall call upon those greater by birth, and she shall say, the brother of my husband is not willing to raise up his brother's name in Israel, nor will he join with me. And immediately they shall summon him to be sent, and they shall question him. If he responds, I am not willing to accept her as a wife, then the woman shall approach him in the sight of the elders, and she shall remove his shoe from his foot, and she shall spit in his face, and she shall say,
just the one shoe from the one foot.
yes. And she shall say, so shall it be done to the man who was not willing to build up his brother's house. And his name shall be called in Israel,
in the middle of your house.
the house of the unshod, in the middle of Israel. Sorry, and also correction, the house of the unshod.
Oh, shoey.
Okay, so basically, yeah, you have to marry your brother's wife, or well, I don't know, marry but take her and raise children and all that. Otherwise, she can yoink your shoe, spit in your face, and your name is literally the house of the unshod. Like terrorist just gets renamed. You're no longer referred to as terrorist. I will now call you the house of the unshod.
Thanks.
Like, what? What the fuck is this?
You just change my username across all platforms.
Your Twitter handle gets changed. You can't do anything about that. Shut up. No, you. If 2 men have a conflict between themselves, and one begins to do violence to the other, and if the other's wife, wanting to rescue her husband from the hand of the stronger one, extends her hand and grabs him by his private parts, Are you?
Yeah, that's a popular
What?
line. That's a popular line.
The one that I'm reading. Or what?
Hold on.
What are you? I have. What? What are you on about?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm holding on. I don't know what I'm holding on to, but I'm holding on for a hero.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna find a thing. Hold on. Hold.
I'm still holding on.
Copy. There we go.
Hold on. Through the night. There will be no shame. Something like that. There. Hold. I will share it with the class. Ew, what the? Okay. If she gets nuts, if two men are fighting and the wife of one man tries to rescue her husband by grabbing the other man's private part, you must cut off her hand. Don't have any mercy.
This is literally what the Bible is implying.
Alright, well then let's see. Wait, where?
It's such an oddly specific thing to include in the Bible.
If two
Yeah.
men have a conflict between themselves and one begins to do violence to the other, and if the other's wife, wanting to rescue her husband from the hand of the strong one, extends her hand and grasps him by his private parts, then you shall cut off her hand. Neither shall you weep over her with any mercy. I just want to point out the image shows cutting off her other hand. It doesn't specify which one, but shouldn't it be the other hand?
It doesn't matter which one. They didn't specify which one.
Also, the image cuts off her arm, but sure. Yeah, but just Bible things.
Yeah, that's really specific.
It is, yeah.
I can't.
The Bible
Like, I
gets
got
very specific in some points. I don't
Yeah,
remember our best of color, so I think green. It's a new green now, hopefully, just to
Yeah,
upset you.
Wow.
Green is fine.
You shall not have differing weights, greater and lesser, in your bag. What?
Yeah, everything in your bag has to be the same weight.
Well, we were talking about private parts, so
Yeah,
we know
that's what
the
I'm
bag is-
thinking. Like, your balls can't be different size.
That's forbidden by the Bible.
Neither shall there be in your house a greater and a lesser measure. You shall have a just and a true weight, and your measure shall be equal and true, so that you may live for a long time upon the land which the Lord your Skytis will give to you.
You will. In
so
like a million years.
This is still about balls.
No, this is about giving the land to you, which is a promise that he keeps dangling in front of them like a carrot in the thumbnail of that one YouTube video.
Yeah.
Ah.
Me when a woman grabs my private parts.
Fine, I bite.
For the Lord your Skytis abominates him who does these things, and he loathes all injustice. Remember what Amalek did to you along the way when you were departing from Egypt? How he met you and cut down the stragglers of the troops who were sitting down, exhausted when you were consumed by hunger and hardship, and how he did not fear Skytis? Therefore, when the Lord your Skytis will give you rest, and you will have subdued all the surrounding nations in the land which he has promised to you, you shall delete his name from under heaven. Take care not to forget this. I have a question, Terrace.
I'd probably have an answer.
Remember what Amalek did to them? Remember when that was mentioned in the Bible?
No. But I
Same.
don't remember what happened 2 paragraphs ago.
I don't remember this being mentioned, like, when you were departing from Egypt. So it must have been, like, Exodus or very shortly after. I don't remember.
The name Amalek rings a bell.
Yeah, Amalek was mentioned. I think that might have been one of the random antagonists that they literally introduced within, like, 3 sentences of him dying. Remember at the very end of one of the chapters, it was like, oh yeah, there was this antagonist and this one, and he died.
Oh, that was roughly the time where we stopped with the we stopped with the family tree.
But I don't remember anything about Amalek cutting down troops. What?
Hey, Krotan, have you seen the family tree?
Yeah.
Um,
I was just looking up what Amalek is, and apparently they're the
He's a leg. It's
sons
in
of
his name.
Esau.
I am a leg.
well,
Let me know when you're done processing. I got time.
I haven't even started.
I'm not even talking to you.
No.
You selectively lick your nuts. And I'll
Okay.
share my seed with you.
Don't let it flow though. It would be bad.
Okay, you can go on. I've gathered myself, so.
No, you haven't.
Mm-mm.
You'll be recovering for about 3 weeks after this.
Deuteronomy 26. And when you will have entered into the land which the Lord your Skytus will give to you to possess, and when you will have obtained it and are living within it, then you will need a refill very soon. You shall take the first of all your crops and place them in a basket. And you shall travel to the place which the Lord your Skytus will choose, so that his name may be invoked there. And you shall approach the priest who will be in those days, and you shall say to him, I profess this day before the Lord your Skytus that I have entered into the land about which he swore to our daddies that he would give it to us. And the priest, taking up the basket from your hand, shall place it before the altar of the Lord your Skytus. And you shall say in the sight of the Lord your Skytus, the Syrian pursued my daddy, who descended into Egypt, and he sojourned there in a very small number, and he increased into a great and strong nation, and into an innumerable multitude. And the Egyptians afflicted us, and they persecuted us.
Actually, it is very numerable.
True. Imposing
The
upon us
whole book of Numbers.
numbers, but imposing upon us the most grievous burdens. And we cried out to the Lord, the Skytus of our daddies. He heard us, and he looked with favor upon our humiliation and hardship and distress. And he led us away from Egypt with a strong hand and an outstretched arm, with a mighty terror and with signs and wonders. And he led us into this place, and he delivered to us the land flowing with milk and honey. I just want to say, that is one fucking lengthy brag. Like, this is what you have to say. All of this. You basically have to be like, thank you for giving this land to me, for saving me from the Egyptians, for saving me from this, for giving me the land with milk and honey. Like, all of this you have to say when you give your first fruits. That's a fucking giant brag. I'm gonna finish the quote, and then I need a refill. And because of this, I now offer the first fruits of the land which the Lord has given to me. You shall leave them in the sight of the Lord your Skytus, and you shall adore the Lord your Skytus.
I won't.
Yeah, but I will get a refill. So you do you.
I'm not gonna do me. I'm gonna do Krotan. Like, come here, you little shit. Your time has come.
Yeah.
I enjoy sunflower seeds.
Mm,
I enjoy sunflower seeds.
yeah. Me too. I enjoy these nuts.
Wise.
I'm gonna grab another beer, so. Yep.
Well, hurry up.
Yep.
All right, guys. Now that we're alone, right? Let's what do you guys say on Tuesday we overthrow the government? I mean, someone has to, right? It's not going to overthrow itself. Think of the possibilities. We could, like, I don't know, make prostitution legal in more places. Like that just sounds like a swimming idea. Could also make it tax free. I mean, just the prostitution, just to clarify. There's just that. The rest of the taxes can stay. Just the one thing. Not the kind of thing one should pay taxes for. Like one of those mandatory things.
Mandatory.
Yeah.
As opposed to womandatory.
Yeah.
So, did I manage to scare him off? No. Shame.
No, he's alcoholic. Has just run out of alcohol.
Krotan, what
What's
kind
up,
of
you alcoholic fuck?
what kind of shorts are you wearing?
Hi. A great under.
I'm curious. The FPS was absolutely terrible, so I just saw you like slideshow back to your chair, and it looked like, because the bitrate is also not the greatest, but it kind of looked like there's just the loading circle, like where you have just like lines basically forming a circle, like around, like with a clock around your private parts. So I'm just curious, what the fuck are your pants actually?
His cock is just a loop.
Yeah, it looks like there's a loading symbol around your private parts.
You mean this part?
Yeah. Yes. Okay, well, it's not exactly a loading thing, but it's yeah, close enough.
Yep.
So your dick is loading.
That's why it's so
As
short.
always.
Okay. Well, it seems like you made some good conversation with the cat peasant. Make being a politician punishable by life in prison or death. I was just about to say, like, why life? Why give them life?
That's fine. We've got me and Cat Peasant are overthrowing the government on Tuesday.
Overthrowing.
No.
And you shall feastonian on all the good things which the Lord your guidance will give to you and to your house. You and the Levite and the new arrival who is with you. The one singular.
Just the one.
Why wait? Good
Just to tell
question.
the other to fuck off.
I mean, I guess it would make more sense if it was the newest, because then there would only be one. Unless two arrived at the same time. But then you could just be like, well, one of them entered the city a millisecond earlier, so technically... But yeah, I don't know. Go ahead. Okay, don't go ahead.
I'm gonna go off overhead.
Good. When you will have completed the tithing of your crops in the 3rd year of tithes, you shall give it to the Levite, and to the new arrival, and to the orphan, and to the widow, so that they may eat within your gates and be satisfied. And you shall say...
Just the one orphan and the one that widow.
Yeah, the one. That they've been mentioned several times at this point. I still don't know who, but yeah, there's... I think this just means if there's multiple wives or widows or orphans, you probably just kill the previous one. Because you can only have one.
There's only one.
It's implied, yeah.
And you shall say in the sight of the Lord your Skytis. Oh wait, no. What if it's like, if there's, let's just say there's one orphan, okay, and then there happens to be, I guess, created another orphan. Now you have two, which doesn't work because there's only the orphan. What you just do is you go to the other orphan, you just say, stop complaining, you're not an orphan, you're just imagining this. And then you just declare him not an orphan.
Is someone still an orphan if you're adopting them?
I don't know. Orphan is like if your parents died, your parents are You have your biological parents and the ones who are raising you. I don't know. I thought you were gonna ask
Well,
something more.
technically, the ones that are raising you aren't actually called your parents; they're just your legal guardians.
Okay, well,
Which you can call parents for, kids' sake, but they're still not. They're just your legal guardian.
is it different in Germany?
I don't know.
I would have assumed that it's just Eltern in either case. But I had
Erziehungsberechtigte.
yeah, I mean that's the legal term, I guess. Yeah, true. But I had a more interesting question. Okay, so let's just say for the sake of this argument, when your parents die, your biological parents, you become an orphan. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So then when a different person becomes an orphan, the first one's parents just come back to life.
Well, I mean, there's only so many spots on the graveyard. You just dig them out and just be like, come back. Come
And
back!
there's just specific.
You move him
They're
around
just
on a
specific-
stick like that.
There's these.
Oh,
there's
look,
like two
your
specific
parents are
orphan
back, and you
spots.
just have those fucking sock puppets. Look, your parents, they're back. No, what I wanted
He's
to
got
ask.
like he's got like a hat and sunglasses, and they're just holding him up. Like, yeah, he's fine. Look at me, wave his arm for you.
Okay, but all right. So when your biological parents die, you become an orphan. All right.
Mhm.
Imagine this: you are 32, and your parents die. Are you an
Okay.
orphan?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
implicitly, at least in modern terminology, an orphan is a minor whose parents are dead, right? But
I don't know. You tell me.
I mean, you wouldn't call somebody an orphan if they're like
Alexa, define orphan.
As a noun, orphan is usually defined as a child who has lost both parents through death,
Child.
or less commonly,
Alexa, shut the fuck up.
Wait, before you go on, a child is technically anyone is a child. You're the child of your parents. Like implicitly, sure, we're talking about a minor, but technically, all of us are children. We are the children of our parents. Or of a lab, I guess, depending on how you were created.
Alexa, define child.
Child is usually defined as a person between birth and full growth, a boy or girl. For more, ask me
Alexa.
to give you more depth.
Shut the fuck up.
Usually defined as, but okay,
Alexa,
well.
is terrace a limit?
Alexa, define usually.
I have a couple definitions for the adverb usually. 1. Most of the time, less than always, but more than occasionally. 2.
Alexa, define
under normal
occasionally.
conditions.
And we're just gonna get to some kind of logical loop where occasionally is defined through usually and usually is defined through occasionally or something like that. But can you do what Cat Pet just did, please?
No.
Okay,
Aww.
And won't do anything
it would still be funny.
unless I program it.
It would be funny. And you shall say, in the sight of the largest goddess, I have taken what was sanctified from my house, and I have given it to the Levite, and to the new arrival, and to the orphan, and to the widow, just as you have commanded me. I have not transgressed your commandments, nor have I forgotten your precepts. I have not eaten from these things in my grief, nor have I separated them due to any kind of uncleanness, nor have I expended any of these things in funerals. I have obeyed the voice of the Lord my guidance, and I have done all things just as you have instructed me. Look with favor from your sanctuary and from your lofty habitation amid the heavens, and bless your people Israel and the land which you have given to us, just as you swore to our daddies, a land flowing with milk and honey. You have given to us. I thought he was going to give it to them. Which one is it now?
Nah, he's still not giving it to them.
Egg's going to give it to you. No, wait, Egg
I
isn't
hope
here.
so.
I knew you weren't to Egg. Today, the Lord your Skytus has instructed you to carry out these commandments and judgments, and to keep and fulfill them with all your heart and with all your soul. Today you have chosen the Lord to be your Skytus, so that you may walk in his ways and keep his ceremonies and commandments and judgments and obey his command. What? Keep his commandments and obey his command. Okay? Question, Terrace. We said whenever there's a new title, we drink. Today you have chosen the Lord to be your Skytus. Is that
No,
a new
that
one?
just no. That's just him saying that he accepted Skytus as in the entity as his god.
Got it. Funny.
You're not funny.
Today the Lord has chosen you, so that you may be his particular people. Random thought. Replace particular with testicular. Just as he has spoken to you, and so that you may keep all his precepts, and so that he may cause you to be more exalted than all the nations which he has created, for the sake of his own praise and the name and glory, in order that you may be holy, that you may be a holy people for the largest guidance, just as he has spoken. At this point, though, do you want to be exalted? I would rather be divine. With the upcoming economy change, honestly.
True.
And that's a joke that about...
I sexually identify as an exalted charge.
It's PoE jokes. Nobody's gonna get it except for Terrace and myself, and that's fine, because we don't care. Any further questions?
I was about to ask, Terrace, what are you eating there?
Kool-Aid.
Oh, okay.
Any further questions?
Nope.
I got a question.
Holy shit,
What,
Yeah, go ahead.
what's on your t-shirt?
On mine or his?
My t-shirt?
Yeah, go for it.
Decapitated.
Very fitting.
Is that like a band or some shit?
Yeah, it's a metal band. It's pretty good, in my opinion.
So you're a metalhead.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his head seems to be made out of metal.
Go do the thing. do the thing.
I think he's talking about head banging. So he basically wants your headset to throw.
Don't
By
have
the way,
enough hair.
now that I wanted to talk about it before, I just suddenly noticed it. You are wearing a HyperX Cloud something headset. Is that correct? My condolences.
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck the HyperX Cloud 2. That is the biggest fucking pile of garbage. You never ever buy that headset. It is such a pile of shit. You have a ridiculously high chance to have it malfunction. Like, it will work. It will just be so quiet that your life will be misery. And then you return it and you get another faulty one. And then you try to return it again, but they're just like, well, you already returned it. Fuck you. And then you just fuck because fuck that. Fuck you.
For me, it was when I bought it, I had the problem that it was like so quiet that you couldn't hear me like at all, and it was literally just a driver update.
I tried updating the firmware and everything. I couldn't fucking fix it. I am still mad to this day that I bought that pile of fucking trash.
How much did you pay for it?
I don't know. Probably like 70, 80, probably whatever gaming headsets usually cost, which is also gaming headsets in and of themselves are a scam unless you specifically need that. Buy headphones and a microphone separately and optionally a mic arm to be less of an annoyance to people. Trust me, it will be cheaper in the long run because the headset will probably break after 2 to 3 years.
So much better.
You get these headphones are better than basically any gaming headset for about $30. This microphone, you can get the USB variant for about $30, and then a mic arm, well, whatever you can find. And basically, you still pay roughly the same as a gaming headset, but you get superior everything, and it's modular. So your headphones break, you buy new headphones instead of the entire thing. Fuck the HyperX Cloud 2 specifically. I can't speak for any others, but fuck that one and probably all the others. But fuck that one. I'm never buying a HyperX headset ever again.
Anything that's sold as gaming is literally garbage.
That is, generally speaking, that is an assumption you should generally make.
My favorite gaming products are the
gaming vibrators,
like the fucking $10 fucking keyboard and mouse stuff of Wish.
Yeah, there's some real garbage out there. See, this even has educational value, not just religious value. It also you're welcome. Gaming socks. Ooh. Have you seen? Have any of you seen? There was like a few months or maybe even years ago. There was like it was obviously just a sort of showcase for new stuff, but there was like clothing that had like LEDs or just some kind of lights in it, so you could literally have like lights in your clothing, and it would be washable and everything.
Yep.
RGB socks soon TM ? RGB shirt. I think it will happen eventually.
Yeah, I think the problem with that, the concept in and of itself, I have no problem with. The problem I have with it is the fact that it'll be just yet another thing you have to regularly recharge.
True, but think of it this way: you could have a shirt that just says "fuck you," don't talk to me, you pile of shit. And then when you go into work, you can just flip it to "Hello, I am Terrace," or just whatever you want.
It's like pure black, and then someone walks up to you, and then you just like flip a switch, and it goes, this lights up in neon light, like fuck off.
Yeah, basically, you could just have it whatever, or you could just randomly be like, "Oh, sub to me for free with Prime." It could be Ko-fi.com/Terrace, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be anything. By the way, if you want to do Terrace a favor, maybe you should join his Discord and use your Nitro boosts, if you have Discord Nitro, on his Discord. It will literally save him money.
Do it.
Unironically, if you want to do Terrace a favor, join his Discord and boost the server. Even if you don't interact there, just... You know what? Even if you want to do me a favor, you do me a favor by doing Terrace a favor. Basically. How do you make a gamer attractive? No fucking idea. Let's just put LEDs on it. Light emitting
and make it like a really awkward red or blue.
I don't know. I'm sure people would come up with funny stuff. You could even you could get super popular. You could just have a Tetris on your shirt, and then somebody else could play Tetris. Like if you're on the bus and
but they have to touch it. But they have to touch your shirt.
That just sounds like bonus for me. And whenever they get a
and then you advertise the Tetris shirt as female only.
And whenever they get a Tetris, you just and to rotate, they have to use very specific body parts. The ones that happen to be around here and around here.
But you're not allowed to grab the private parts.
Those are not private.
Oh, they're not private.
Nipples are public.
Oh,
they're in the public domain.
They're open to hand.
Yeah, okay.
I hate to see the long piece. Ew. Deuteronomy 27.
Fuck.
Then Osmosis. He's back!
Yeah, the crowd goes wild!
Like, literally, how many chapters without him? Unironically. It's been like 4 streams without him?
It's literally been like an entire book without him.
It's insane. Then Osmosis, who apparently still exists. Sorry. I mean, yeah. Then Osmosis and the elders of Israel instructed the people, saying, "Keep each commandment that I instruct to you this day. And when you have crossed over the Jordan into the land which the Lord your guidance will give to you, you drink."
Can we change it to like Air Jordan or something?
I don't find it particularly funny, but if Terrace thinks so.
Just make the Jordan a hyperlink to the Nike shoes.
You could also do that. I mean, the only thing that comes to my mind when I hear Jordan is Stone of Jordan, which is a ring in Diablo 2 and 3, but not that funny anyway. Like, Stone of Jordans are, or at least used to be, the currency in Diablo 2 effectively. Fun fact. But that's besides the point. Even though this book does reference Baal.
Well, I'm gonna go for a very angry piss. I'll be right back.
Angry piss?
I'm trying to think about how to make a connection to Angry Birds, like angrily pissing on birds or something, but it just doesn't work. And when you have crossed over the Jordan, cross over, children, cross over into the light. Anyone? No? Okay, it's a Warcraft 3 quote. Fuck you. Into the land which the Lord your guidance will give to you, you shall erect immense stones, and you shall coat them with plaster, so that you may be able to write upon them all the words of this law. When you have crossed the Jordan, so as to enter into. What? Hold. I'm going to reread the entire sentence. Please pay very close attention.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have crossed over the Jordan into the land which the Lord your guidance will give to you, you shall erect immense stones, and you shall coat them with plaster, so that you may be able to write upon them all the words of this law. When you have crossed over the Jordan, so as to enter into the land which the Lord your guidance will give to you, a land flowing with milk and honey, just as he swore to your daddies. So basically, when you have entered the land which will be given to you, you shall do this when you enter the land which shall be given to you. That's the structure of this sentence. Which, by the way, I don't know if you happen to see that, but my dad is actually quite brilliant. I was kind of confused because the Bible is in many places very redundant and just kind of repeats itself. Like right there. Like in the same sentence, it says it just repeats, okay? Like you agree with me on that, right?
Yeah.
And I was wondering, why the fuck does the Bible repeat itself? And I couldn't figure it out. Neither could Terrace or anyone watching. And then when I talked to my dad about it, he just asked, like, what are you up to? And I'm like, yeah, I started reading the Bible. And he was like, no, you fucking don't. And I was, no, yeah, I do. It's funny. And then we talked about it. And I said that I was kind of confused because the Bible is very redundant and, well, yeah, just redundant, I guess. And I, like, why? It's, I don't get it. And then he raised a brilliant point. Think of the intended audience. They are not particularly educated. They're just stupid, to be very blunt. They're stupid. So you keep repeating it. It makes so much fucking sense if you think about it that way.
Yeah.
The Bible is so fucking redundant because the people that it's written for are fucking stupid.
Yeah, they're like some sheep farmers from the desert.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's just...
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
It's crazy, but if you think of it that way, it makes so much goddamn sense. Well, I don't think Terrace wants to return. But yeah, the land was promised twice in this sentence.
Yep.
So Terrace will just have to catch up twice when he comes back. Therefore, when you have crossed over the Jordan, when you have crossed over the Jordan, do this when you have crossed over the Jordan. Therefore, when you have crossed over the Jordan, holy shit!
3 times.
I just wanted to make sure that I'm not crazy. Terrace, you have to drink, twice. Literally within one sentence, twice it was mentioned the promised land. Therefore, when you have crossed over the Jordan, erect the stones, just as I... Jesus Christ, the microphone. Just as I instruct to you this day on Mount Ebal.
I was fucking...
And you shall coat them with plaster, in case you forgot my fucking thing from 2 sentences ago. And you shall build in that place an altar to the Lord your God is out of stones, which have not been touched by iron, out of stones which have not been hewn or polished. Wait, what? Hold. You shall build in that place. So you shall build an altar to Skytis out of stones which have not been touched by iron. So just pure stone, no iron ore or anything. You shall build an altar out of stones which have not been touched by iron, out of stones which have not been hewn or polished. So you're building an altar out of stones, and these stones you get out of stones.
Yes.
Or what? Like, literally, what the fuck is he trying to say with this?
I think he's trying to say, like, you have to build an altar, but with, like, stones you just find. Like, pile them up and then...
But it says, out of stones which have not been touched by iron, which makes sense. You don't want to waste iron ore, I guess. Okay, so you build an altar out of stones, which have not been touched by iron. Out of stones.
Well, what if it means that you can't use iron tools to get the stones?
But why is it twice out of stones? Like, you build an altar out of stones which have not been touched by iron, and those stones which have been not hewn or polished? Well,
yeah, it's specifying 2 things. They can't be touched by iron, and they can't be ones that have been hewn or polished.
Okay.
It just split into two separate sentences like an idiot.
Yeah, I mean, the Bible is
he's
made for idiots.
just trying
as
to
it-
sound poetic or something.
And you shall offer holocausts on it to the largest Skytus. And you shall immolate.
Holocaust.
Yeah, or Holocaust is just another word for like sacrifice, offering, or whatever. It's
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was not changing anything. That's a thing in the Bible.
that was literally a normal word until a certain very popular person did something very unpopular.
Who do you mean?
Your mom.
Well, he had a similar accent to you.
Nein!
I'm gonna give you an X, and that's an accent. Because I'm sending an X to you. Fuck you. And you shall immolate peace victims. And you shall eat and feastonian in that place, in the sight of the largest Skytus. And you shall write upon the stones all the words of this law, plainly and clearly. And Osmosis and the priests of Levitical stock said to all of Israel, attend and listen, O Israel. Today you have become the people of the largest Skytus. You shall listen to his voice, and you shall do the commandments and justices which I am entrusting to you. And Osmosis instructed the people in that day, saying, these shall stand upon Mount Gerizim. Gerizim. As a blessing.
Just jar.
As a blessing to the people when you have crossed the Jordan. Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Joseph, and Benjamin. And then the opposite region, there shall stand upon Mount Ebal as a curse. Reuben, Gad, and Asher, and Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali. Those were the sons of Jacob, right?
I think so.
But now they're split into the good boys and the bad boys for whatever fucking reason, just so we have new antagonists? Like, literally, why are Reuben, Gad, Asher, Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali, like, why are they the bad guys now? As a curse? Like,
maybe they were gay.
Allowed into the church because their
They
grandmother was a prostitute.
They weren't allowed into the church because they allowed each other into their assholes.
Why are you gay?
And the Levites shall pronounce and declare to all the men of Israel with an exalted, as opposed to divine, voice. Cursed be the man who makes a graven or molten idol, an abomination to the Lord, a work of the hands of its maker, and who puts it in a secret place. That just sounds like a fucking euphemism for shoving it up your ass. I just have to point that out.
I'm going to shove it where it don't belong.
Like, that's just what it fucking sounded like. Probably not what it meant, but... And all the people...
It's most certainly not what it meant.
And all the people shall respond by saying, Amen. Amen, that's my money. What are you doing?
Hey man, come on.
Cursed be he who does not honor his daddy or mother. And all the people shall say, Amen. Oh boy, this is gonna be a fun one. I just glanced ahead. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Stop, Terrace. Wait.
Why is it shifting like this?
Stop! Cursed be he who causes the blind... Are you done?
No.
Cursed be he who causes the blind to go astray on a journey, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he who subverts the judgment of the new arrival, the orphan or the widow, and all the people shall say,
so cursed.
Amen.
Amen.
Cursed be he who lies with his daddy's wife, so exposes the covering of his bed. And all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he who lies with any Bistonian. And all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he who lies with his sister, the daughter of his daddy, or of his mother. And all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he who lies, for fuck's sake, with his mother-in-law, and all the people shall say, Amen. Cursed be he who secretly strikes down his neighbor, and all the people shall say, Amen.
Amen.
Cursed be he who accepts gifts in order to strike down the life of innocent blood, and all the people shall say, Amen.
Amen.
Cursed be he who does not remain in the words of this law, and does not carry them out in deed. And all the people shall say, Amen.
Amen.
I don't know how many brain cells I lost, because I lost too many to keep track.
But you're not a train.
All right, Krotan, I'm gonna leave you with a very important choice. I have 10.5 hours of extra Bible session I could redeem at any given time from Terrace. So Terrace wants to stop here. But
Okay.
we could go on because I have 10.5 hours of extra Bible that I could redeem. So we could do more Bibling right now, or we could stop, depending on what you're feeling like.
I mean, we could go on. It's quite entertaining.
So you want to do more?
Yeah.
All right, Terrace. Do you have
Remind me to
anything?
update my enemy list.
Yeah, yeah, 10.5 hours, I believe. Half an hour from figuring out how to pronounce Sekiro, and 10 hours from you know what, wink wink. We don't talk about that here because that's technically a thing we don't talk about.
I mean, it's technically against the rules.
It's a friendly service, so it's like it's among friends. It doesn't. This is amazing because nobody's gonna get it, but that's fine.
Please
All
don't
right.
service me.
Well, then I guess we're moving on.
Wow.
Sorry.
I'm not. Deuteronomy 28.
Rice.
Deuteronomy 28.
Come on, Carton, it's your turn.
Oh, oh,
You know, I thought
What am
Terrace
I
was just going downhill, but holy shit, that was a new low.
Now we may continue.
Oh my god. So then,
what did I do wrong?
everything.
Okay.
So then, if you will listen to the voice of the Lord your guidance, so as to keep and do all of his commandments, which I instruct to you this day, the Lord your guidance will cause you to be more exalted than all the nations which exist upon the earth. But you're technically a nation that exists upon the earth, so you're more exalted than yourself, which makes perfect sense. And all these blessings shall come to you and take hold
Did he,
of
mention,
you.
did he mention all nations or all other nations?
All the nations.
Understandable.
And all these blessings shall come to you and take hold of you, but only if you listen to his precepts. Blessed shall you be in the city, and blessed in the field. Blessed shall be the fruit of your loins, and the fruit of your land, and the fruit of your cattle, the droves of your herds, and the folds of your sheep. Folds of your sheep? Wait,
I'm gonna fold you sheep.
yeah, what? Folding at
I've
home?
got sheep. I've got sheep fucking suit.
How do you folding sheep is a thing now? All right, thanks, Bible.
Well, you have to fit it in your suitcase somehow. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, right. When you're moving to a new place, I mean, yeah, you fold them up and then yeah, sure. Blessed shall be your barns, and blessed your
Fold is an
storehouses.
enclosure.
Wait,
It's like
what?
fences. Enclosure.
You're
Like
not
the
fucking
fencing
enclosure.
around your herd.
Enclosure.
You hardly know, sir.
Blessed shall you be entering and departing. The Lord will grant that your enemies who will rise up against you will fall down in your sight. They will come against you by one way, and they will flee from you and your face by 7 ways. Why 7?
I thought we were doing 5 ways. Hello, camera. I'm here. Hello.
No, the bottle is more important. Fuck you. The Lord will send forth a blessing upon your cellars and upon all the works of your hands.
Shut the fuck up.
And he will bless you in the land that you shall receive once you realize that this is a fucking scam and you have to drink.
Yeah, I'm on it. Hold on. I'm just filling up my gin.
The Lord will raise you up as a holy people for himself, just as he swore to you, if you will keep his commandments of the Lord your guides and walk in his ways. Me, when I obey the commandments of the Lord.
See, you know what the funny thing about alcohol right now?
It's
I've got a
poisonous.
nut stuck in my throat.
See, I've been eating sunflower seeds for like a week now. About like 2 kilograms of it. Now, the way you eat it, like after you've learned how to eat it quite efficiently and quickly, you put it in your mouth and you bite it, and then you get just the seed bit, and then you just turn in the husk.
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing it for a long time, you end up with your mouth kind of almost hurting from the husks.
Mm?
So now I'm applying raw alcohol to a wound in my mouth, and it burns.
Are your seeds salted?
Have you considered to stop? Stop it. Get some help.
I know.
I did consider it very briefly, but then we still have sunflower seeds left.
When the tip of your tongue starts to burn, you just can't stop.
That's literally what burns is the tip of my tongue right now.
Trust me, it's better to have the tip of your tongue burn than the tip of something else.
Your top?
No, the tip of my cocks. All of them.
I found them.
Where? Can I have them back?
No.
Up my ass. Were they just flopping them out like fish out of water on the pavement?
I put them in my sacred place.
Wink.
And all the peoples of the earth shall see that the name of the Lord your sky of the Lord has been invoked over you, and they shall fear you. The Lord will cause you be abundant in every good thing, in the fruit of your womb.
I'm gonna fucking abandon you.
Abundant.
Yeah.
Abundant.
Yeah, it was
and like it's an and that's abundant.
I'm gonna end your bun.
Please do, Daddy. The Lord will cause you be abundant in every good thing, in the fruit of your womb, and in the fruit of your cattle, and in the fruit of your land, which the Lord swore to your daddies that he will give to you. Holy shit, the carrot is...
Actually,
what
fuck
the
off.
fuck? Dude, the carrot is such a fucking meme, it's unreal.
Mm.
The Lord will open his excellent treasury, the heavens, so that it may distribute rain in due time. And he will bless all the works of your hands, and you shall lend to many nations, but you yourself will borrow nothing from anyone. And the Lord will appoint you as the head, and not as the tail. And you shall always be above and not beneath, especially in bed. The fuck does that appoint you as the head, not the tail?
I sexually identify as a threat.
I sexually identify as confused. But only if you will listen to the commandments of the Lord your God, which I entrust to you this day, and will keep and do them, and will not turn aside from them, neither to the right, nor to the left, nor follow strange guidances, nor worship them. But if you are not willing to listen to the voice of the Lord your God, so as to keep and do all his commandments and ceremonies, which I instruct to you this day, all these curses shall come to you and take hold of you. Cursed shall you be in the city, cursed in the field. Cursed shall you be in your barn, and cursed in your storehouses. Cursed shall be the fruit of your loins, and the fruit of your land, the herds of your oxen, and the flocks of your sheep. Cursed shall you be entering, and cursed departing. The Lord will send famine and hunger upon you, and a rebuke upon all the works that you do, until he quickly crushes and perishes you, because of your very wicked innovations by which you have forsaken me. May the Lord join a pestilence to you until he consumes you from the very land which you shall enter so as to possess. May the Lord strike... I was wondering if you would notice if I just keep on reading. Good job, Terrace.
See, I pay attention.
Yeah,
we already
that's...
established why.
May the Lord strike you with destitution, with fever and cold, with burning and heat, with polluted air and rot, and may he pursue you until you perish. May the heavens which are above you be of brass, and may the ground upon which you tread be of iron. May the Lord give you dust instead of rain upon your land, and may ashes descend from heaven over you until you have been wiped away. May the Lord hand you over to fall before your enemies. May you go forth against them by one way, and flee by 7 ways. And may you be scattered across all the kingdoms of the earth. And may your carcass be food for all the flying things of the air, and the wild Bestonians of the land, and may there be no one to drive them away. May the Lord strike you with the ulcer of Egypt. Whatever the fuck ulcer is, but okay. And may he strike the part of your body...
I think it's an antacid.
Hold, Terrace. Pay very close attention, please, right now. Pay very close attention. May the Lord strike you with the ulcer of Egypt, and may he strike the part of your body through which the dung goes out, with disease as well as itch, so much so that you are unable to be cured.
He's literally gonna put a lightning strike up your ass.
Basically.
He's gonna put his lightning rod.
And your ass is just gonna itch for all of fucking eternity.
So he's gonna give you hemorrhoids or what?
Oh.
It doesn't have to be hemorrhoids. It could just be anal itch.
That's
I mean,
one of the things hemorrhoids do.
As far as I know, you're the expert on this topic from the 3 of us. So feel free to enlighten us.
Okay, Skydus, I got a relevant thing.
A relevant thing.
It's relevant. I promise.
I don't see the relevance, but I'll let the stream judge on that one.
Well, it's in at least it's in a vague vicinity of relevant.
Wait, what does it say? King of the monsters and then Jesus, King of the Jesus?
King of the Jews.
Oh, Jews. It makes more sense.
Yeah.
I like how there's just a US flag and fucking tanks and everything.
Yeah, army men. And there's a plane.
Army men, take me by the hand, lead me to the land. That was promised to me by the Lord, but I'll never fucking get it because it's a scam.
Wow, now it's escalated quickly.
Big double time rap, bro.
Oh no. No, I don't do rap. Okay, yeah, so basically, if you don't listen, you will have plenty of problems and anal itching. May the Lord strike you with frenzy and blindness and the madness of the mind. And may you grope at midday, just as a blind man is accustomed to grope in the darkness, and may your paths not be straight. Wait, what? Terrace, please read this and explain.
What am I reading?
I highlighted it on page 40. Page 40.
And may you grope at midday just as a blind man is accustomed to grope in darkness. And may your paths not be straight. That is the gayest thing I've ever
heard. Wait.
He turns you gay.
Wait, here, I got the right comment for that.
What? Why are you gay?
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 Sorry, but may you grow... Maybe I'm just uneducated, but what does grope mean other than touch inappropriately, basically? Just...
Yeah.
Like, what other meanings are there for the word grope?
I'm gonna fondle your left upper testicle.
My left upper? What about my left lower testicle?
I'm not touching that. That's gay.
Okay, so basically, if you don't listen to the Lord, you're fucking gay. That if all the previous ones weren't a reason, I mean, anal is just kind of inconvenience, but You don't want to be gay, trust me.
Atheism equals gay confirmed.
Yes. If you don't listen to me, you're fucking gay. Fuck you. That's basically what he's saying.
Hey, Krotan, are you Christian yet?
No.
No, I'm itching.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Terrence, I have an itch in my asshole. Could you please take care of that?
Oh,
I heard you got a good way to scratch. Oh my fucking god. What the fuck is this?
it's on the Bible.
And
In rocks.
at all times may you suffer slander and be oppressed with violence, and may you have no one who may free. And may you have no one who may free you.
That's
May-
fucking rough.
May you take a wife though another sleeps with her. May you build a house, but not live within it. May you plant a vineyard, but not gather its vintage. May your cocks be immolated before you, though you do not eat from it. Ooh. May your donkey be seized in your sight and not restored to you. May your sheep be given to your enemies, and may there be no one who may help you. I just like how, like, if you do all of the good things, you'll get the land. If you do all the bad things, I will fuck you over. You'll be gay. You'll have anal itches. I'll take away your animals and your other animals and your coxswain and your sheep and also your wife and everything. It's like an entire paragraph just about the downsides, but the upside's like one sentence in comparison. I like how detailed he's just being. May your sons and your daughters be handed over to another people, as your eyes watch and languish at the sight of them throughout the day, and may there be no strength in your hand. May a people you do not know eat the fruits of your land and of all your labors, and may you continually suffer from slander and oppression every day. And may you be stupefied at the terror of the things your eyes will see. May the Lord strike you with a very grievous ulcer in the knees and in the legs, and may you be unable to attain health from the sole of the foot to the top of your head. But wait, there's more. May the Lord lead you. May the Lord lead you and your king, whom you have appointed over yourself, into a nation which you and your daddies have not known, and there you will serve foreign giantesses of wood and of stone, and you will become nothing but a proverb and a fable to all the peoples whom the Lord will lead you. Wait, what? To all the people to whom? Oh, I messed the whom. To all the people to whom the Lord will lead you. You will sow much seed upon the ground, but you will harvest little. For the locusts will devour everything. You will dig and plant a vineyard, but you will not drink the wine, nor gather anything at all from it, for it will be devastated by worms. You will have olive trees in all your borders, but you will not be anointed with the oil, for the olives will fall off and perish. You will conceive sons and daughters, and you will not enjoy them, for they will be led into captivity. If I'd give you a paper cut. Rot will consume all the trees as well as the fruits of your land. Then you, a rival who lives with you in the land, will ascend over you and be higher. But you will descend and be lower. He will lend to you, and you will not lend to him. He will be as the head, and you will be as the tail. And all these curses shall come to you, and shall pursue you, and shall take hold of you, until you pass away, because you would not listen to the voice of the largest guidance, and you would not serve his commandments and his ceremonies, which he has instructed to you. Well, somebody just got fucking worked up. Holy shit. And there will be the signs and portents with you, and with your offspring forever. Because you did not serve the Lord your guidance with gladness and a joyful heart over the abundance of all things. And he will serve your enemy, whom the Lord will send to you, in hunger and in thirst, and naked uwuness, and in destitution of all things. And he will place an iron yoke upon your neck, until he has crushed you. By the way, what the fuck is yoke actually? Why did we... Iron what? I'm curious what it originally said. What the fuck is an iron yoke supposed to be? Trying to find it. But I can't. Okay, fine, I give up. I glanced over it 4 times. The Lord will lead over you a nation from far away, even from the furthest parts of the earth, like an eagle flying with great force, whose language you are not able to understand. Interesting metaphor. A very insolent nation, which will show no deference to elders, nor take pity on little ones. And he will devour the fruit of your cattle and the fruits of your land until you have passed away, without leaving behind you wheat, or wine, or oil, or herds of oxen, or flocks of sheep, until he utterly destroys you. And he will crush you in all your cities, and your strong and lofty walls, in which you have trusted, will be destroyed throughout all your lands, and you will be besieged within your gates throughout all your land, which the Lord your guidance will give to you. Even in his fucking worked up madness, he's still just... Holy shit, I need a breather. Holy fuck.
He's quite proud of it, you know.
Holy shit. I just want to point out, how much was this just... This is all the things, if you do me wrong, this is all the things that will happen. Cursed, cursed, cursed. Where the fuck... Like, all of this. The Lord will send forth blessing. No, the Lord will... Yeah, hold on. So... Literally, all of that I'm highlighting right now, almost an entire page is just, if you don't listen, I will fuck you over in all these ways. It's literally just, listen to me or I will do all of the above. And we're still not done.
So, see, God
there's one
isn't
thing-
peaceful. God just woke up and chose violence.
Go ahead, Krotan.
There's one thing, the last sentence, you will be besieged within your gates throughout all your land, which the Lord your guidance will give to you. So it wasn't yours before, so...
No. The thing is, he's literally, like metaphorically, dangling it in front of you like a carrot. It's like, if you listen to me and if you obey me, you will get this land. And then you listen and obey him, and then he's like, if you continue to listen and obey, you will get this. And you continue to listen and obey, and like 5 generations later, if you continue to listen and obey, you will get this land. He's literally
That's what he's been doing for like 2 books now.
unironically.
Yeah, I get that, but like the last sentence, if you take it at face value, like
I don't know.
he will give you land that he besieges. So
I guess he will just give you the
What's
land
the
either
problem
way.
with that?
But if you
mine, like...
if you follow him, to put it simply, you'll get the land and hey, everything is chill. But and if you are not being a good boy, you'll get the land and you'll get fucked over into every single orifice. That's roughly my understanding.
Send orifice.
It's itching anyway, so I don't care.
And you will eat the fruit of your womb. Ooh. What? And the flesh of your sons and of your daughters, which the Lord your guidance will give to you due to the anguish and devastation with which your enemy will oppress you. Okay, so basically, you'll eat your children because you'll be oppressed this hard that you have to eat your own children. But I'll still give the children to you, but you'll have to eat them because, haha, the funny. The man who is pampered and very self-indulgent among you will vie with his own brother and with the wife who lies at his bosom, lest he give to them from the flesh of his sons which he will eat. For he has nothing else due to the siege and the destitution, with which your enemies will devastate you within all your gates. The tender and pampered woman who would not walk upon the soil, nor step firmly with her foot due to her very great softness and tenderness, will vie with her husband who lies at her bosom over the flesh of her son and daughter, and over the filth of the afterbirth which goes forth between her thighs, and over the children who are born in the same hour. I need a translation for retarded people. What the fuck? What? Just what?
Yes.
Krotan, you're smart, right?
Pretty metal.
Wrong.
So I either need more or less alcohol. But the current level, I'm just confused. If I have more, I won't care. If I have less, I would understand. But the current level is not fine.
the man who is pampered and very self-indulgent among you will lie with his own brother. So he fucks his brother. Cool.
Yeah.
And with the wife
Why are
who
you
lies
gay?
So basically,
at his bosom.
to put it into very simple terms, the bad man will fuck his brother and his wife, and the wife who's at his bosom, so in his crotch. So basically, he will fuck his brother while his wife is sucking his balls.
Wait a second. So
One.
I think that's. Is God making them do that?
No,
Or are they
is
doing it? Yeah, okay.
No,
Are you?
Sky just would never. He's just gonna send them into a siege that will cause them to just do it by themselves. So he's doing it indirectly, but he's like, I didn't do that. No, they did that. You know, I'm innocent. I would never. But basically, he's
And
doing
look
that.
at him go!
Yeah, he's just sitting on his cloud and.
Yeah, while
making
his brother's
brain.
sitting on his stick. What? Continue. We're trying to explain this. So basically, the man of
I'm
the
still-
bad folk is doing the siege, but the siege is basically screwing him over from a resource standpoint. So for whatever reason, he ends up fucking his own brother, but his wife is also there. So basically, the man is having a threesome with his brother and wife. That's my current understanding. Go on.
Classic.
Yeah, I think there's something missing in here.
Yeah, the brother's
I
wife.
can't
It's gonna be a
follow the thing,
foursome
like-
soon.
The first thing you do is you do not believe in the Lord. Okay?
Yeah.
Then something happens and now you're fucking your brother?
Yes.
If you
Step one, don't believe. Step
if
two,
you
question
do not
mark.
follow the
Step
commandments
three,
and
fuck.
blah blah, if you displease the Lord, to put it into simple terms, you will get
Yeah.
fucked, you will get cursed, you will do incest, you won't have any fruit, you will die of starvation, everything will be terrible, and also you will have gay sex with your brother. It is threesome with your brother and your wife. That's my current understanding, but feel free to actually elaborate, because this part that I highlight is actually just what the fuck.
We pretend it doesn't exist like the rest of the Bible.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It seems to me like
Yeah.
God is like playing Sims and making everyone homosexual just because he can.
You
Like
did listen.
he's
Gay.
throwing them into the pool and removing the ladder just because he can. He's
the
playing
pool,
Sims.
the pool is always closed.
No, don't pee in the pool.
Because of AIDS.
No, because Habbo Hotel is a shit game that nobody should ever fucking play. Should
Wow,
be renamed to
fucking
Hobo
reference.
Hotel, honestly.
How creative.
And you fight like a cow. Alright, so
Yeah,
nobody
beat
fucking
you with a
understands.
wooden spoon.
And I just want to point out, we just gave this some serious thought, and we're probably, without wanting to brag, but we're probably more educated than the average person back then, and we still can't figure out what the hell he's even trying to say. But basically, you'll have a gay threesome with your brother and your wife if you don't listen.
Because God's like
that's the
God
takeaway.
likes it that
I
way.
just got an aneurysm trying to understand that.
As long as you don't get an analism.
I'll save that one for you.
For they will eat them secretly. Wait, well, that's probably talking about your children. For they will eat them secretly due to the scarcity of things during the siege and the devastation with which your enemy will oppress you within your gates. Yeah, so once again, you'll eat your own children because, you'll be sieging them, but it'll fuck you over more than the enemy. If you will not keep and do all the words of this law, which have been written in this volume, and fear his glorious and terrible name, that is, the Lord your Skyters, then the Lord will increase your plagues, and the plagues of your offspring, plagues great and long-lasting, infirmities very grievous and continuous. And he will turn back upon you all the afflictions of Egypt, which you fear, and these will cling to you. In addition, the Lord will lead over you all the diseases and plagues that are not written in the volumes of this law until he crushes you. And you will remain few in number, though you were... Wait, You will remain few in number, though you were before like the stars of heaven in multitude, because you will not listen to the voice of the Lord your guiders. Just as before, when the Lord rejoiced over you, doing good for you and multiplying you, so shall he rejoice, scattering and overturning you, so as to take away from the land which you shall enter in order to possess. The Lord will disperse you among all the peoples from the heights of the earth to its furthest limits. And there you will serve foreign goddesses of wood and of stone, which you and your daddies did not know. Similarly, you will not have tranquility even within those nations, nor will there be any rest for the steps of your feet. For the Lord will give to you in that place a fearful heart, and failing eyes, and a life consumed with grieving. And your life will be as if it were hanging before you. You will be afraid night and day, and you will not have confidence in your own life. In the morning you will say, "Who will grant eveninging to me?" And at eveninging, "Who will grant morning to me?" Because of the dread of your heart, with which you will be terrified, and because of those things that you will see with your eyes. The Lord will lead you back into Egypt with a fleet of ships along the way, about which he said that you would not see it again. In that place you will be put up for sale as men and women servants to your enemies, but there will be no one willing to buy you. So basically, he will send you back to Egypt, and you will just sell yourself, but nobody wants you because you're gay.
Can I make a request?
Yeah, but
One.
yeah, sure.
Can you please delete Cat Peasant's last chat thingy? It's making me really uncomfortable.
No, I literally can't. I can only time him out, which would take away his mod badge and remove all of his messages. So no, I literally can't.
It's okay.
You could ask Cat Peasant to send so many messages that it will just be scrolled off screen.
Yes, please do that.
Or you could just
Hey,
send messages yourself. Wink, wink.
No.
That's not the button I wanted to press. Let's come back.
Come back, but I hardly know back. Money can be exchanged for goods and services.
I'm gonna beat you with a wooden spoon.
Mm.
Deuteronomy.
It's not even a long spoon. It's like a really short spoon.
Deuteronomy 29.
Mhm.
These
kind
are
of
the
jingle were
words
you
of the
humming?
covenant which the Lord instructed
That was the one.
Moses to form with the sons of Israel in the land of Moab, beside that covenant which he struck with them at Horeb. And Moses called all of Israel, and he said to them, "You have seen all the things that the Lord has done in your sight in the land of Egypt to Pharaoh, and to all his servants, and to his entire land. The great trials which your eyes have seen, those immense signs and wonders. But the Lord has not given you an understanding heart, and seeing eyes, and ears that are able to hear, even to this present day. And he led you for 40 years through the desert. Your garments have not been worn out, nor have the shoes on your feet been consumed by age. You did not eat bread, nor did you drink wine or liquor, so that you would know that I am the Lord your guiders. And you arrived,
who am.
know you. And you arrived at this place, and Sihon, the king of Heshbon, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out to meet us in battle, and we struck them down. And we took their land and delivered it as a possession to Reuben and Gad, and to half of the tribe of Manasseh. Therefore, keep the words of this covenant and fulfill them, so that you may understand all that you are doing. Today, you all stand in the sight of the Lord your guiders, your leaders and tribes, and those greater by birth, and teachers, all the people of Israel, your children and wives, and the new arrival who dwells with you in the camp, aside from those who cut woods and those who bring water, so that you may cross in into the covenant of the larger skies, and into the oath which the larger skies strikes with you today. So shall he raise you up as a people to himself, and so shall he be your Skytis, just as he has spoken to you.
He
And
won't raise me up.
And just as he swore to your daddies, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I am not forming this covenant and confirm these oaths with you alone, but with all those who are present, as well as those who are absent. For you know how we lived in the land of Egypt, and how we passed through the midst of nations, and when passing through them, you saw their abominations and filth, that is, their idols of wood and stone, of silver and gold, which they worship, so that there would not be among you man or woman, family or tribe, whose heart has been turned away whose heart has been turned away this day from the Lord our Skytis, so as to go and serve the Skytises of those nations. For then there would be among you a root springing forth gall and bitterness. And if he were to hear the words of this oath, he would bless himself in his own heart, saying, there will be peace for me, and I will walk in the depravity of my heart. And so, the one who is inebriated would consume the one who is thirsty. But the Lord will not...
I'm the inebriated one.
And I am thirsty for your... Correct. But the Lord would not ignore him. Instead, at that time, his fury and zealousness would be very greatly inflamed against that man, and all the curses which have been written in this volume would settle upon him. And the Lord would abolish his name from under heaven, and consume him unto perdition out of all the tribes of Israel,
to God.
according to the curses which are contained in the book of this law and in the covenant.
I'm gonna go to the door real quick. Someone rang the bell.
Say hi from me.
Yeah.
Say that your cock is loading. There you go. There he literally goes.
Look at him go!
And the subsequent generation would speak out, along with the sons who will be born afterward. And the sojourners who will arrive from far away will see the plagues of that land and the infirmities with which the Lord will have afflicted it, having burned it with sulfur and molten salt, so that it can no longer be sown. And certainly no greenery would spring up, as in the example of the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboim, which the Lord overturned with his wrath and fury.
Like sick.
You're so welcome.
Welcome.
And so, all the nations would say, why has the Lord acted this way toward this land? What is this immense wrath of his fury? And they will respond, because they abandoned the covenant of the Lord which he formed with their daddies when he led them away from the land of Egypt. Hey, remember the leading away from the land of Egypt?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah. And they have served foreign skytises and adored them, though they did not know them, and though they had not been allotted to them. For this reason, the fury of the Lord was enraged against this land, so as to lead over it all the curses which have been written in this volume. And he has cast them out of their own land with anger and fury, and with a very great indignation, and he has thrown them into a strange land, just as has been proven this day. These things of the Lord our Skytis have been revealed to us and to our sons in perpetuity, so that we may accomplish all the words of this law. I read the entire thing, and what the fuck?
Good question, actually.
What the actual fuck? Just... He is fucking upset about the thought of somebody not even listening. It's not even that somebody disobeyed. It's literally the thought of somebody disobeying that's upsetting him. That he literally just put out a 2-page rant.
Hi.
Hello.
Bye.
You tell us when we stop, Krotan. As I said, we have plenty of hours to spare of Terrace's time. That like extra time.
You say that, but in about 5 to 10 minutes, I'm gonna go take a shit, and I won't return for at least half an hour.
That's a
Half
good
an
shit.
hour.
Shut the
Thank you.
fuck up.
Good peasant. Thank you very much.
Deuteronomy 30.
Mhm.
Now, when all these things will have fallen over you, the blessing or the curse that I have set forth in your sight, and you will have been led to repentance in your heart among all the nations to which the largest guidance will have dispersed you. And when you have returned to him, so as to obey his commandments, just as I have instructed you this day, with your sons and with your whole heart and with your whole soul, then the largest guidance will lead you away from your captivity, and he will take pity on you, and he will gather you again from all the nations to which he had dispersed you before. Even if you will have been scattered as far as the poles of the heavens, the largest guidance will retrieve you from there.
Balls.
No Polish. Just like Demon Crawl. And he will take you up and lead you into the land which your daddies had possessed, and you shall obtain it. And in blessing you, he will make you greater in number than your daddies ever were. The largest guidance will circumcise your heart, Ugu, and the heart of your offspring, so that you may love the largest guidance with your entire heart and with your entire soul, so that you may be able to live. Okay, question, Terrace.
Yes.
The largest guidance will circumcise your heart and the heart of your offspring, so that you may love the largest guidance with your entire heart and with your entire soul, so that you may be able to live. Does this mean that your heart has foreskin, and the foreskin of your heart is not able to love this guidance? So you have to be circumcised so that you can love the largest guidance with your entire heart.
I mean, I think you're taking it a bit too literally, but yes.
I mean, there is. Well, the heart is kind of enveloped in a kind of bag.
Foreskin.
Yeah, it's. So he removes.
It's a skin envelope.
I just can't remember what it's called. I'm
Foreskin.
gonna Google that. Yeah, hard foreskin. Yeah.
Same thing. You just take it out. You circumcise.
No, don't pull out. You're not allowed.
No, you take it out.
You're not allowed either.
It's like takeout food.
Crunchy.
It's like when you kill somebody and then you eat them. You check them out and then it's food. Takeout food. And he will turn all these curses upon your enemies and upon those who hate and persecute you. But you shall return, and you shall listen to the voice of the largest guidance, and you shall carry out all the commandments which I am trusting to you this day. And the largest guidance will cause you to abound in all the works of your hand, in the progeny of your womb, and in the fruit of your cattle, in the fertility of your land, and with an abundance of all things. For the Lord will return, so that he may rejoice over you in all good things, just as he rejoiced over your daddies. But only if you will listen to the voice of the largest guidance and keep his precepts and ceremonies which have been written in this law, and only if you return to the largest guidance with all your heart and with all your soul. This commandment which I entrust to you today is not high above you, nor has it been placed far away, nor is it in heaven, so that you would be able to say, which of us can ascend to heaven so as to carry it back to us, and so that we may fear it and fulfill it indeed. Nor is it beyond the sea, so that you would excuse yourself by saying, which of us is able to cross the sea and to carry it back to us, so that we may be able to hear and to do what has been instructed? Instead, the word is near to you, in your mouth and in your heart, so that you may do it. Consider what I have set forth in your sight in this day, life and good, or on the opposite side, death with one F, and evil, so that you may love the largest guidance and walk in his ways and keep his commandments and ceremonies and judgments, so that you may live and he may multiply you and bless you in the land which you shall enter in order to possess. But if your heart will have been turned aside, so that you are not willing to listen, and having been deceived by error, you adore strange goddesses and serve them, then I predict to you this day that you will perish, and you will remain for only a short time in the land for which you shall cross the Jordan, and which you shall enter in order to possess. That's like a low key, once again. I call
That
heaven
doesn't
and
sound
earth
loud.
as witnesses this day that I have set before you life and death with one F, blessing and curse. Therefore, choose life so that both you and your offspring may live, and so that you may love the largest Skytus and obey his voice and cling to him, for he is your life and the length of your days. So, and so that you may live in the land about which the Lord swore to your daddies, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that he would give it to them. Once again.
It is. How long is your Dave?
One foreskin. Should I, Terrace?
Fuck it. Click, click.
Yes.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Okay.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
What is the...
Shut up.
Shut
Yeah, that's the one.
up. So you're
Oh.
calling it here. So that's 45 minutes removed from the 10 and a half hours.
I'll let it be half an hour. I'll give it the 15
How
minutes.
generous of you.
It's just why to.
All right. Well,
I mean, I would have stayed longer, not for the fact that in the shit. And I know for a fact that one's gonna fucking take a while.
fair enough. Well,
That's-
I guess we'll call it at that.
pretty good
Krotan, are
reason.
you gonna stream?
Hmm?
Are you gonna
No,
stream?
I'm not gonna stream my shit.
Not. Are you Krotan?
I'm a Krotan.
I mean, I could. No, that's not possible.
Do it.
I was about to say I could stream you taking a shit, but.
I mean, for the right money.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans.
I
Only
am
shits.
affordable.
You will
Hmm?
see only shits over there.
Only
Well,
shit.
it will be OnlyFans when shit hits the fan.
Nice. All right, Terrace, you're free to leave.
Oh no! Whoa, that's